It is a bowl, and it will also, if you need to, take care of business.
First of all, that looks like an upside-down helmet.
This will snap around this so you can...
So it's like a modesty cloak.
Yes. Fork is... So you don't have to worry about toilet paper, and you just apply, and this is patent pending.
That is I believe that's a butt plug.
Oh yeah, it feels amazing. At charge stations, so underneath the seat also...
Will it not just go on my leg?
You can discreetly excrete, that's what I call it.
This is a terrible idea.
But patent pending. So
this is I don't know anybody that would ever invest in this.
Yeah, but airplane...
It's, first of all, it's disgusting, and I'm actually offended that you would name something like this after me, to be honest with you. I'm not only disgusted, but I'm disappointed.
It's Italian.
This pitch did not go well. I'm just going to be flat out honest with you. It was from the beginning. It was terrible.
I mean, you saw the numbers.
No, I've seen the numbers. They mean nothing.
Hey, sleep on it. I think you'll be calling me tomorrow. I'll give you my number.
I think I made my decision.
Oh, okay.
It's a solid no for me. So take your papers and take your briefcase full.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hello. Oh, man, it's Friday.
Big Friday
What
show.
a week. Right?
See?
Did this week take forever?
No,
did it fly by?
It flew by for me. I was off on Monday, though, so I feel like it was sped up because of that.
No, we got a couple travelers this weekend. Moon heading out to Denver.
That's right. I'm playing Ska Fest. Or headlining Ska Fest. Less Than Jake, 5 Iron Frenzy, Planet Smashers, and like 7 other
the
bands.
Planet Smashers?
Planet Smashers
Dude, that's
are awesome.
rad.
Never heard of them.
We seem to only play with them on the coast, so this will be nice. It'll be near the
Planet
mountains.
Smashers.
What venue?
It's called Sculpture Park. I think it's like a St. Louis music park. It's like an outdoor venue. And we just looked up the weather.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
nice.
sunny and beautiful the whole day.
In Colorado?
No humidity, and by the time I take the stage, 74 degrees.
74 degrees.
That's
All right.
Winning.
Nice.
Rafe heading down to Alabama.
Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama.
Have we
Alabama,
looked
sir.
at that weather?
I'm sure it's
Better go to space camp.
quite swampy.
I've seen Forrest Gump. I know the Alabama weather. It's hot.
Is it hot and oppressive?
Tomorrow, high of 96, low of 73.
Could be worse.
Oh, high 96?
Yeah.
But that's like a very swampy 96.
Yeah, humidity 98%.
That'll actually be good for comedy.
98%.
The heat drives people indoors, so
That's true.
that's a good thing for us.
Good.
That's true. That's why those big movies come out in the summer, because people go to the theater.
Yeah.
They want to escape the heat. So 96 degrees with a 98% humidity. Nice. Why would you live there?
Because he loved the
Because
swamp.
Why
you got
would
the
you
big body
live-
of water.
Why would you live in
Well,
Alabama?
Huntsville's on the north.
Okay, so not even near water.
No. I mean, there's some rivers over there.
Isn't it it's got the big, oh yeah, you're right. Not up
Nobody
there.
lives there on purpose. Right?
Huntsville's, it's an interesting spot. We were there last year.
You're just born there.
Huntsville's
born there?
actually, it's not what you think Alabama will be because NASA is there.
Yeah, northern Alabama is not.
Oh, so
what you
NASA is there.
expect.
Okay, I didn't.
NASA's
I
in
didn't know.
Huntsville, so there's a lot of
scientists.
Yeah, that's the original space camp thing that I checked out. Like that's where our family
Yeah.
went first
That's neat.
for the nerd.
So when we
NASA
were little
stuff.
kids and we used to see the commercials for space camp. That's where it was.
See, they have it at.
I thought it was in Florida.
They have the one in Cape Canaveral, and they have the Huntsville one at right there. And like, I saw it, and I was like, oh. Please make my dream come true. My dad, before I even got the sentence, I was like, "Yeah, right, can't afford it."
Is space camp even still a thing?
Yeah, we were just down there and we saw where they have like a full-on replica ISS inside that Huntsville NASA complex, and the space camp gets to spend the night in there. Like it's like still a thing.
So it's NASA space camp?
Yeah, it's a NASA base,
Oh, they have an adult one.
an adult space camp. When we were there last year,
The Adult Space Academy.
when we were there last year, they were dropping the kids off at the camp.
Did our cousin Jay go there?
Ooh, I don't know, maybe.
I think he did once.
We have a camp for you. Adult Space Academy is an adventurous weekend experience allowing campers to assume roles in hands-on, interactive space missions and learn what it takes to be an astronaut.
If you're a Midwesterner and you're going to space camp, you're going to the Huntsville one.
Man. And Huntsville actually is located close to Nashville, Atlanta,
Chattanooga. It's actually
Yeah, it's like
pretty centralized.
it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something from
Not bad.
from Nashville. That's
It's going to be one of those, oh, man, you need to go to Huntsville. I'm never going.
Well,
It's like, oh, dude, Omaha?
Yeah.
Oh, Omaha is so nice,
I
right?
do like
I'm
Omaha.
never going to Omaha.
Yeah. Well, don't say never. You don't know.
Huntsville kind of
Oh,
feels
I
like
know.
Nick Hexum may be like, hey, you want to come to Omaha? And you'll be like, okay.
Huntsville kind of
He's not
feels
gonna
like
say that.
Columbia, like a bigger Columbia. Doesn't it, Rafe? It's kind of a Columbia feel.
Yeah, a
Columbia
little bit,
Mo?
I guess.
Columbia Mo. Yeah, it's kind of that feel. With
Definitely
with
feels like a college,
yeah.
big college town with a lot of.
It's like a space base instead of a college, but it's the same feel. Is there a college there?
I don't know, but it's definitely like a. When you do crowd work, you're like people you run into. You'd be like, "What do you do?" It's not. He's not like, I'm an astrophysicist.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
Like literal rocket scientists.
Yeah, it's just like a good. There's a lot of diversity. I guess when you think Alabama, right or wrong, I don't always think the most
Diversity.
diverse population, but it's a lot of like. It's kind of a young town. It's a young. It feels like a college town. I don't know if there's a college there or not.
Northern Alabama's pretty cool, man. That's
By the
where-
way, if you
that's
were
where our family
trying
goes.
to travel yesterday, there was something that happened at the airport, our airport. A man arrested after stealing airport vehicle, breaking through gate at Lambert yesterday afternoon.
he was trying to do what?
He stole, so a runway at the airport yesterday was temporarily closed after a guy stole an airport vehicle.
Hope it wasn't a plane.
Airport vehicle.
Airport vehicle.
Maybe one of those things with all the trailers that they put your
I was
bags in.
thinking,
fun.
I was thinking like the,
Like a tractor,
the
you know?
truck with the big stairs on it.
Yeah.
And he broke into the airfield through a secured gate.
Oh, come on.
Was he going to propose, maybe? Was something romantic? He was on the stairs to...
So the airport spokesman says a guy stole an airport vehicle shortly before noon, then pulled up to a security gate, denied entry, then forcefully broke through. Airport police and operations staff intercepted the vehicle, arrested him. Runway 1129 closed at a caution.
Man, that's kind of scary.
Gate was immediately repaired and the runway reopened about an hour and 20 minutes later. They did not specify what type of vehicle the guy stole, but let's just assume it's the truck with the stairs on it.
Because that's the most
got it.
fun to
That's
think
the
about.
most fun to think about,
Yeah.
right? Not one of those, luggage go-karts.
Those would be fun, too, though.
Not the luggage go-kart with the
You don't think it'd be fun to have all the little
trailers
trailers?
behind it? No.
Yeah, no.
No, I want it to be the truck with the
Go-kart.
stairs.
It's more like a tractor.
Yeah.
Those things are cool, man.
What, the trucks with the stairs or the...
Let's just hope it wasn't one of like the fuel trucks or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now they do have these too. Like these are like the maintenance ones that have like the what do you call them? Like a genie boom, like a scaffolding.
Yeah, we're just going to say it's the truck with the stairs on it. And speaking of airports, and these are I got some of these Friday leftover stories that I didn't get to this week, but dude, you see a Lamborghini and you go, all right, guy behind the wheel of a Lamborghini, rich dude, right?
Yeah.
How did this guy make his money?
Right. Oh, yes. I do this with houses, too. Like, who lives there? What do they do?
What do they do?
Right.
So, a guy in Salt Lake City, he came back from whatever trip he was at, left his Lamborghini at the airport, and when he got back, car was gone, stolen. Missing Lamborghini worth about $234,000. Last seen parked at the Salt Lake City International Airport. And Salt Lake City police this week asked for help locating a Lamborghini that was left in short-term parking June 1st.
Everybody knows you put an Apple tag in your Lamborghini.
It was a Lamborghini Urus, blue Lamborghini Urus, worth $234,000. By the way, these cars are ugly. If you're going to go Lamborghini, I don't know why you get this one.
That's not what I expected. Because you said that price point, and
I don't know what the deal with this car
This
is.
is URUS.
Urus.
Oh, this is one of the
It looks like a-
CUVs. It's like a SUV, but it's
Yeah.
It looks like a Lamborghini SUV.
I didn't know they even made those.
I didn't
Oh,
either.
yeah,
I
dude.
looked it up.
Porsche and Lamborghini have gotten into the grocery getter.
But that
Yeah,
is
no Porsche.
$234,000.
Yeah, because you're paying for the badge, bruh. I bet you it's so sick inside.
I'm sure it's sick inside. I'm sure it's got all the bells and
sick inside.
I'm sure it's got all the bells and whistles.
Oh, it's electric.
Oh, it's electric
Boogie
too.
woogie.
Okay.
The back seats even have horns.
But this is the best. The best part of the story is the guy left the Lamborghini at the airport, short-term parking, doors unlocked, keys inside.
That'll show him.
Well, he's out there where it's safe. In Salt
Doors
Lake.
unlocked, keys inside.
What are you doing?
Goes away for a week.
New here? Welcome to Earth.
Hi.
Utah
Is this your
license
first
plates. He got back Sunday. Car was gone.
Maybe you just thought, like nobody's going to mess with the bull. It's got like the bull logo.
In a statement, police said, based on the preliminary investigation, detectives believe the suspect so whoever stole the car flew into Salt Lake City. He was in the airport's parking garage, and he was going down the road checking cars for unlocked doors.
What?
And that
He
was
gets
the
to the
one?
Lamborghini, and
His lucky
car
day.
doors opened, lucky day, and the keys are inside.
What
So,
a day.
This is a business model for some people. They fly into random airports, just check cars, and they drive back to their town and chop them up and sell them or something.
There you go.
Wow.
Entrepreneur.
Dude.
Very cool.
I've been seeing a lot more Lamborghinis on our roads. And then not these. I mean, I see these too, but like I've been seeing them on the highway. The what is it? The what's the model that everybody likes? The Aventador. I think it's the Aventador. I've seen a few of them, and my thoughts always go to this: how many miles a month is he or she driving this 3 days a week? Is this
Yeah, I
every
think
day?
that too.
Are you going to work?
Like somebody says, hey, what's your dream car? Is it a Lamborghini? No, because what am I going to do with it?
Yeah, is it a Sunday driver?
Do I go out just driving on the weekend?
What is
You go to Napoli.
What was the one I think we did a remote together and went to Cavender's. Didn't we see one sitting outside there? But it was like almost like a sports coupe.
Oh, that was a Porsche.
Oh, it was a Porsche.
But you talking about the white one that was
Yeah,
all...
but it wasn't like a traditional.
No, it was different looking. That thing was
You
incredible.
feel like some of those companies are starting to make what I would call the compromise car. Like technically it's a Porsche.
That's this Lamborghini.
That's what I mean. I'm like, do you think that they're following suit because of that? Because I was like, we saw one at Cavender's, and I'm like, it's a nice looking car.
Is this what we saw? The Taycan?
Oh, the Taycan?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know. If I was going to buy a Porsche, it wouldn't be that one.
Right. But then what are you going to, if I get a Lamborghini, what am I going to do with it? Am I going to drive it to work every day?
Yeah.
I'm kind of sexist
Drop your kids off at
about.
school.
I don't like when hot dudes are in cars.
What do you mean?
I like if I see like a smoking hot dude in a Lambo, that doesn't turn me on. I love seeing women in Lambos.
What
but
about a guy in a BMW?
No, I don't like a sedan. I don't even necessarily like a hatchback. Like my husband drives
What
a hatchback,
about a
and I don't like it.
guy in a...
And I don't like it.
And I don't like it.
What do you like guys to be driving?
And I think this is a product of me being
Mopeds?
from
What about
Monroe
a guy
County.
in a Subaru Forester?
No, I like a dude like in a souped up, like a truck. I know this is like the worst thing about, like this is as like Hoosier as it gets right here. I love like when Tim and I started dating, he drove a Toyota Tacoma, and I'm like, that is hot as hell. I don't know what it is. But then now he drives a hatch, and he wants to get a truck again because he knows
So
my
his
opinion on
hotness
this.
level went down a little bit when he got rid of the truck. I get it.
I mean, I was like, oh man, like I like a man in a truck.
You like a man with a big truck.
It doesn't have to be big. Tacomas are not that big.
No, yeah, those are small.
But
Yeah.
and
It's
I'm
a
not talking
midsize.
about like a coal burning, like diesel fueled, like earth
Dually.
shatterer. I hate that. That's too much. I
You
like
want a
dude in
guy
truck.
that...
You're talking about a nice, fuel efficient 13 mile a gallon truck.
Right.
You want a
That's what
guy
I'm
that
talking
has
about.
the ability to haul stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to.
You want him to go pick up
move
things
my
at Home
couch,
Depot.
You know. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you want a guy
That's
that has the
sexist.
ability to move a couch from here to there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what my problem is.
I got a feeling the guy in the Lamborghini can also get your couch moved.
No.
Yeah, he'll call
I don't want to
somebody.
talk
No,
about
but
it.
here's my
right.
point.
And it might get there
SUV
faster.
neutral territory or where?
I don't know. Like Jeeps are good. Broncos are hot. I want a Bronco.
Here's my
Yeah.
thinking with this guy. So this guy leaves the door unlocked, and the keys inside his $234,000 Lamborghini, which he leaves in an airport parking lot. Dude just checking doors, happens upon the Lamborghini, and takes off. Car's missing.
Yeah.
You have enough money.
Are you allowed? Yeah. Do you deserve to get it back?
You have enough money to afford that kind of car.
Oh,
You think he could really afford it? Or is it one of those financed and leased and everything
look
else?
at,
And
I found one for sale in St. Louis. It's a 2023, so it's not new. It's got 13,000 miles on it.
He's got the smarts to have that kind of money.
You see the price?
3 to 13.
Fair deal.
Holy cow!
So he's got the smarts to have that much money to own that car, but yet not the smarts to take the keys with him.
Great deal. 242.
Maybe
Marietta,
it was-
Georgia, 2022.
Maybe it was Pop's money. You know-
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Or
oh yeah,
or Daddy's money.
Maybe. It's not even a nice car.
It's not bad.
Let's. I haven't been inside, but I'm gonna
I'm
assume
sure it's
that the
nice
planet
inside.
makes sense.
Yeah, the
It's got all
inside-
the bells and whistles, and it's got the this, and it's got the that, and
I'm gonna assume
inside
that,
looks like Knight Rider.
Dude,
it's
here's
got a
the-
backup camera.
Here's the thing, though. For $300K, I would go get I would get an old pickup truck. That's what I want. I want like a 1970s, either an old Dodge, like one of those, an old Silverado, or an old 1970s truck.
Some sort of
Get it
box
souped
body.
up. Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of box body
the
truck.
old box bodies.
You can get like a muscle car. You could have like 3 rad cars for that.
Right.
Somebody said the guy may be behind on payments, set up kind of an insurance scam. Oh. Could be.
Could be.
They got the guy on camera. Police on Wednesday released a video of the car being stolen and a picture of the guy who took it. Investigators say the incident is also a good reminder to always lock your car when it's parked, roll up the windows, never leave valuables in, and take the keys.
This has to be. They're right. This has to be a setup
Some
because
kind
no
of
one
scam.
just sets their keys in their car like that.
I wonder if it's Turo. Because I do Turo sometimes when I go to other cities instead of renting a car, which is kind of like Airbnb for cars. And a lot of times those will be at the airport with like a lockbox key. Or they'll drop off the car. So the dude could have been dropping off the car and been like, hey, I dropped the car off. It's in parking garage D.
I think they would have said it because it's got regular plates on it.
Yeah.
You look at the inside here.
Well, they have regular plates. You're just borrowing someone's car, essentially.
I mean, this car, the dashboard is leather.
Is
That
that
sucks.
suede?
It's
How did
suede.
they? What if it gets dusty? That's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, look,
It looks
it's even
gross.
dusty in this thing.
Yeah, it looks gross.
The car has dandruff, dog.
Suede interior. No thanks.
Wow.
Head and Shoulders, dude.
Now
Hey.
you got this guy with a $234,000 car, and then on the other end of the spectrum, and I don't know why I thought of Rafe when I saw this story.
Okay.
Not because it's on the other end of the spectrum,
Yeah.
but I feel like
Where the pores hang out? Yeah.
No.
I think I know why you thought of me.
no, that's not all.
Does the person look like some sort of animal?
No,
Okay, I can't wait. I can tell by your devilish
because
laugh.
No,
That this
because
is going to be very.
No, because I thought you would find this story out of all of us in this room particularly amusing.
All right, what do you got?
So there is a local motel in Omaha. Okay, it's in a bad area, and apparently the epicenter of bad stuff happening in this particular area is a Motel 6 in downtown Omaha, 84th and Grover Street. If you know Omaha, I don't know if you know the neighborhoods. That's not a great neighborhood. The Motel 6, in an area that there's increasing concern because of crime and safety issues, local leaders are now putting pressure on the motel to address quality of life concerns. Now, apparently, you could pay for a room with ground beef.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
All right. I'm in.
Headline, Omaha police, motel accepted ground beef as payment.
Okay. That's
I kind of like it, man. We're back to the old days.
yeah.
That's
This
what
is
I was
nice.
Barter Town.
What's wrong with that?
Right.
I have 3 Sony Discmans.
Have some dinosaur
How many
food.
nights can 3 Sony Discmans and a leg of lamb get me?
Right.
It's got value. I see value.
I got a half-empty bottle of white diamonds from Elizabeth Taylor. What can that get me?
So Omaha police said they're going to try to figure out what's going on here. They got to stop accepting ground beef as payment.
Why is that?
Bummer.
Get
that
out of my
illegal?
business.
So
You know why? Because the government can't tax it.
Yep.
These people are actually heroes. They're finding a loophole.
Well, Motel 6 corporate, so I guess it's a franchise. So they're like, this is not within the guidelines of
currency.
Normal.
Of that
Normal, yeah.
5-star.
Normally, we
Imagine how
usually
low
have
of a bar
cash.
that is.
Put your
I've
payment.
stayed at many Motel 6s. Not a high bar.
Hey, your keys over there. Put your payment in the fridge.
Oh, okay. Why don't you TripAdvisor this?
Okay.
Oh.
So it's a Motel 6, Grover Street, Omaha.
That's right by Warren Buffett's house.
In Omaha Steaks, it makes sense that would be the town they accept meat as payment.
Specifically ground beef.
Grover Street.
So it's 84th and Grover.
What do you do for your incidentals? Do you have to leave like, sir, you will get, listen, you'll get this extra pound of 80/20 back, but you got to leave it at the desk
your
for
deposit?
incidentals.
You find it?
I found one on South 84th. It's got to be.
This has got to be it.
All right. Let's see.
I would assume that if I'm staying at this place, I'm putting my T-shirt over the pillow. Like I'm not putting my face.
Yeah.
No skin to pillow contact.
No.
I'm hovering above the bed. I'm probably sleeping on the towel rack. It's like above the toilet. I'll just get up like a cat up on that shelf and be
Yeah.
like, this is the only safe place.
I'm going to sleep by the safe in the closet.
That makes
You know?
sense. In the safe.
In the
You'd
safe.
fit in it.
Well, now it's $106, but it looked like I could get it for 84 before. I'm not sure what.
$84.
Yeah, what's that, like 6 pounds?
Yeah, that's like 6 or 7 pounds
Six-
of ground beef.
What are you on, hotels.com? Go to the stockyards.
All right, so it's
Go to
average.
stockyards.com. You can get, I guarantee you can get that for maybe 6 pounds.
Now we got
6 pounds a night.
we got free parking. Free
What's the
high-speed
TripAdvisor
internet.
rating?
3.0 out of
Out
40,
of-
41 reviews.
3 out of 5 stars?
3
That's
out of
not
5
bad.
stars. I mean,
Try to
we're-
pay with impossible meat they get you for
Get out.
counterfeiting.
I'm out.
We called the Department of Treasury. This meat doesn't check out.
We don't take your kind around here.
Oh, dude, this is even better. Look, I've never even seen this before. But you know how it shows like the room features, room types, property amenities. We've got free parking. We've got free high-speed internet. We've got pets allowed, parking, non-smoking hotel, babysitting.
What?
Oh, they got babysitting?
It says babysitting, property amenities, babysitting.
I don't know if I trust that.
Is this where they get Omaha steaks? You just go and donate your meat, and then they figure it out.
I don't
ship
know,
it out?
man, but they want, please stop accepting ground beef as payment for a room.
End this.
Tonight we feature a highly
Meatballs.
marbled Motel 6 ribeye with
Oh man.
No, they say
Sounds great.
specifically ground beef.
Hey, here's
Not
the.
like a good ribeye
Yeah, don't you ribeye
or a
this payment.
T-bone.
ribeye. Gets you the sweet.
I just opened up the actual reviews. Here's the first one. 1 star. Never again, it says. And then it starts and
That's
says,
something I would say.
strange people hanging around here. Nothing for families. This ain't for tourists.
That's a
Stay
babysitter.
away. Some years ago, Mo 6 was always a good deal. Today, this one, last chance for folks who lost their orientation in life and not a good deal. Here's the next one. 1 star. Disgusting Drug House is the title.
We'll
This-
leave the light on for you.
This is the worst crime-ridden motel in the area. Management does not care about harboring criminals, and nothing is ever done about it. This place needs to be shut down. The people that work here are bringing in stolen items from walking distance of the motel and do not care. Very uncooperative. Let's see.
Is that Tom Bodette, Motel 6? We'll leave the light
We'll
on.
leave the light
It says,
on for you.
I have watched people bring lawnmowers and car parts in and out of the hallways. This is not normal. This is a drug house. Shut it
What's
down.
his name? Tom Bodette.
I'm Tom Bodette.
Hi, I'm Tom Bodette. We'll leave the grill on for you.
The next one is 1 star. Nothing for a lot of money. Staff was friendly. Housekeeping, not so much. Nothing funny on that one.
I mean, what do you expect?
Oh, the next one, 1 star. Uneasy, and I was scared. Absolutely terrible experience.
Gosh.
We're in room 102, close to a side entrance.
Dude.
Constant traffic, vehicles, loud motors, people coming and going at all hours.
Man,
These people are soft. When
Would you
go to
stay
a
there?
Motel 6, you are ready for an adventure.
this is what you expect.
Highly recommend, in all caps, that senior management do an undercover boss at this location and get an awakening of a business lifetime and ensure the location is secure and properly managed ASAP.
Wild.
We'll leave the light on
Oh,
for you.
there you go.
That's just you reading them, and then Tom Bodette, whatever his name is.
I'm Tom Bodette.
The next one just says, no, thank you. 1 star.
Yeah.
No thanks.
We've been seeing a rash of people abusing fast food employees. It's been a thing over the past couple of years. A lot of videos circulating on social media. And now we're seeing videos of fast food employees fighting back. Which I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
As a former drive-through employee at the McDonald's when I was in the service, I'm all for us fighting back. We've had enough.
We've had enough.
We've had enough. And when I see a story like this, I go, A barista in Seattle dealt with an angry customer by smashing his windshield with a hammer. And it's all on video. So the woman who was working the drive-thru happens to own the place. It's called Taste of Heaven Espresso. It's one of those drive-thru places where the baristas are in bikinis.
I'm sorry, what? This exists?
Oh, you've never heard of this?
No. I'm intrigued.
Did we have one in this area?
I don't know.
I thought we may have had one in the St. Louis area.
Yeah. In one called
Wow.
Perks or something.
That's dedication. I mean, I get like the DB's chicks and the Hooters ladies. Like, these are afternoon and nighttime experiences. But to get up at the ass crack of dawn, literally, and get cute and have a bikini on serving an espresso.
Right.
Starbucks.
These people are
Starbucks,
determined.
yes.
Nice.
Yes, the place is called the Taste of Heaven Espresso. It's a drive-through place where the baristas are in bikinis, scantily clad. They're arguing about how much the guy's drinks cost. She threatens to throw coffee on the guy. He grabs it and then throws it at her instead.
So she has no clothes on.
Along with the water.
Yeah.
She closed the window at times so she didn't get wet. So she took a hammer and was able to reach through the drive-through window and smash his windshield.
Go off, queen.
Where'd she have the hammer at?
I'm sick of it, too.
Like in her bra or something?
She had a tool belt on,
she was
Scott.
working
Everybody
the
knows
drive-thru.
this.
Okay.
Here's what it sounded like. I don't know if you could hear this.
Give me the $5.
No, there is no $5. You got 2 drinks. That's not how that works.
Nobody's gonna make me.
You don't think I'm going to throw this on you. You want me to throw this on you? Give me your card and leave.
He throws.
I can handle the disrespect. The violence, that's where the line is crossed. There's not a refund policy. You thought that you were going to throw drinks on me, and you're going to pay for a new windshield, and it's going to ruin your day. And I posted on social media, and I had comments that were like, oh, he didn't actually put hands on you. So is that the level to which a woman is allowed to fight back?
Nope, I'm cool with it.
Sometimes, and I've said this before on this show, sometimes crazy needs to meet crazy.
Yeah. Crazy there was met with crazy.
Yep.
Because if you look at this woman who owns this place, she looks crazy.
Yeah, I don't
Did you
blame
say
her.
Motel 6 in Omaha?
She's had enough.
She looks crazy.
Yeah, but don't two crazies typically, those fronts collide and create a tornado of crazy?
not saying
and then
every
it gets
time.
much
And
worse
I'm
and somebody's
glad when
killed
two
or something?
crazies connect, there's video of
Yeah.
it.
Sometimes you just got to set it on fire, dude. Like, I mean, I'm not saying every time. If you're going off all the time, you have a problem. But this woman has had it. This person is ignorant to her. He threw the cup at her. Whatever. She's going to probably pay for the windshield. Who knows?
No, cops are like, nope, you're good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, cops came and everything.
Okay.
You're good. You were defending yourself.
Justice is served.
Self-defense.
You were defending yourself. All good.
Okay.
No, but there's videos all over Twitter and Instagram and Facebook of people abusing.
I mean, yes,
Fast
you
food
can
employees.
catch an assault charge for like spitting on someone.
Right.
You don't have to hit somebody for it to be an assault that's defensible.
Yeah.
If he threw something at her, it's game on, dude.
In 2 seconds, you could find online a video of somebody throwing a drink back at a drive-through window employee.
Yeah.
We've had it, and I say we because I was once one of those people.
Yeah, you're part of the alumni.
And I will tell you, in my year in the service, I always had good experiences. Honestly,
Yeah, you
everything
didn't
was
have
all
to
right.
be crazy. That's good.
Nobody was crazy.
Same. I mean, I've had some angry people. I've gone to a table, and if something was messed up, they've been rude, but you just handle that with grace. And
I was
move
also a
on.
pushover. I would choose the path of least resistance. They would go, oh, this is not right. Well, I'll just give you 15 more of them. You should be fine.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Oh, my cheeseburger's not right. I'm sorry. Here, take 10 more cheeseburgers. You're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a great day.
All right. Over a dozen Wells Fargo employees have been fired because of simulated keyboard activity.
Uh-oh.
Anybody figure out what that means.
That's the thing where it moves your mouse like every now and then.
Over a dozen Wells Fargo employees have been fired because of simulated keyboard activity.
These people are the lazy geniuses
That's
of the
cool.
world.
So,
Working from home.
all the workers were in the Wealth and Investment Management unit. All the employees were fired, quote, after review of allegations involving simulation of keyboard activity, creating the impression of active work.
So they did the Homer Simpson thing.
And the Wells Fargo said in a statement, Wells Fargo holds employees to the highest standards and does not tolerate unethical behavior. This is from people working at home.
Mm-hmm.
Cheaters never win.
This is from devices and software to imitate employee activity.
Well, I want to watch the new season of Bridgerton, okay? And I need to do that during my work hours.
And this is why we can't work from home.
Oh, come on. There's plenty of people
ruining
doing
it.
a good job from home.
Also, plenty of people not doing a good job.
Well, that's here, too.
Well, all the
Dude.
people that are doing a great job, they don't make the headlines. So the bosses that don't understand that there's plenty of work being done at home,
Yeah.
only see this and they go, I told you.
We're all coming back
Hey,
into
go
the
back
office.
to the office.
Get back in the office. I
Get
can
back in the
look over
office.
your
I
shoulder.
don't agree with that.
Get
no.
back in the office.
I'm not on your side with that. I like
Depends
people
on the
that work
business.
from home are more productive in different ways.
Yep.
Man, you really have to have a certain... I can never work from home.
My mom works from home. She's worked from home for almost 20 years.
Yeah, it depends.
And she
it
has a
depends on
certain
the business.
personality that could do it.
It depends on the business, and as long as it's like somewhat, results based. If somebody's getting results, let them do it however they're going to do it.
Sure.
I agree with you. I mean, workaholics can work anywhere.
Right. All of
Okay.
us do not have that gene where we work at home.
I get that. But I'm just saying, lazy people trying to outsmart the system by having a robot moving its mouse
So
every
they
now
call
and
it a
then.
mouse mover.
A mouse mover. They're not going to ruin it. for everybody.
So
They're doing it. In
devices and software to imitate employee activity, sometimes known as mouse movers or mouse jigglers.
they're doing it in the office too. This is age old. This is nothing new.
Yeah, man.
If it was a person that's faking it at home, believe me, they'd fake it in the office too.
Yeah, solitaire.
Well, in the office, at least they have to sit at their desk.
Right, but I'm just saying it's the whole montage that Mike Judge called out and showed us when the guy goes in and he goes, I purposely get there 10 minutes late. I do this, I do that. Remember the whole thing?
Oh, yeah.
He's talking about he grounds himself so he doesn't get shocked by
He
the
does
doorknob.
about 1 hour work in 8 hours.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
goes, in any given day before lunch, I really don't do anything until after lunch. I maybe get 45 minutes of actual work done.
So these things, these mouse movers, these mouse jigglers, really took off during the pandemic, work from home era. People swapping tips for using these things on social media sites like Reddit and TikTok. You could buy at Amazon.com, look up mouse jiggler, $20.
yeah.
Wow.
No way.
That's pretty cool.
$20. Simulated keyboard activity.
I don't know. Remember when we were all working from home in 2020? Did you guys all
No,
come in?
I came in every day.
I wanted to. I was home for about a month and setting up a little studio in my living room and stuff, and it was weird, but I could do it. I mean, I still did the same prep and did all the social stuff. I still did everything I needed to do. I just didn't.
Well, you
have
have to
makeup on.
because what you do talking on the radio
And it was my show.
is
Yeah, it's all on
you
me.
can't fake that
No, I know.
because people I hear it.
Yeah, but you could voice track. Like I could have
Get AI to
recorded
do
all
your
of
voice.
my breaks.
Sure.
Hello, this is Lern.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think overall they've proven people get more done at home, though, in the grand scheme of things.
The productivity's up.
Because let's be honest, there's a lot of people at work that ain't doing a damn thing, brother. I ain't pointing any fingers at anyone in this building. But I've worked at other places where I've seen people almost like the effort they'll go to not to work while in the building is impressive.
Oh, I see around here a lot of strolls to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of long,
I know.
long,
it takes a
slow
while.
strolls to the kitchen.
You go down one hall. Have you ever noticed too? You circle around. You go down the promotions hallway. You go to the kitchen, and then you come the other way.
Yeah.
So no one's really seen how many
Yeah, the
times.
way the way the offices here are set up, it's like a big circle.
Yeah, it's a donut.
Yeah. Dude, I've walked in on the same employee here 3 separate times having a pretend lightsaber fight in the studio with the lights off
That's real.
on the clock.
You didn't need to call Rizz out like that.
And I'm
Yeah,
like, you know
Rizz is
what?
having a
You know
good
what?
time.
I don't want to tell people they can't use their imagination at work.
It's a fun office.
It's a fun office. Come on.
I mean, and it was like a movie grade lightsaber. I'll give it that.
Sword fighting myself.
I have to have that sign on my back that says, do not engage with me because I will not stop talking to you for at least 2 hours and get nothing done. Because somebody strikes up a captivating conversation with me in this building, and it happens all too often. It's 4 o'clock. And
Yeah,
I'm-
you've already done your job.
This is
I know, but
this is literally
go.
this is literally the script.
You're engaging pretty much off the clock at that point. You could
Yeah.
leave if you
I
wanted.
know, but I love talking to people.
This is
And- but it's
literally
not-
scripts for half the people that I've worked with, and just that all of us have worked with. Well, I generally come in at least 15 minutes late. I use the side door. That way Lumberg can't see me. After that, I just sort of space out for about an hour. I stare at my desk, but it looks like I'm working. I do that for probably another hour after lunch, too. I'd probably say in a given week, I do about 15 minutes of real, actual work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do the old trick, too, where you're carrying papers, walking really fast.
That's
And
what I
if you
mean.
do that-
I would be willing to bet the average amount of work in an 8-hour workday is about 3 hours tops.
Well, and this is why we need to make it maybe a 4-day work week.
Yeah, they say that's been producing better results.
Yeah, you compact the
You
productivity.
compact everything. We don't need to be here Friday
No.
or Monday.
Or, yeah, screw it, man. Tuesday through Wednesday. Or
Look who's
Tuesday
coming
through
around.
Thursday.
Yeah, I think a Tuesday through Thursday work week is great.
And like an event on Saturday, maybe. Not all the
No.
time, though.
My favorite guy in the office that looks like he's busy is the coffee mug guy. He's always got a mug in his hand, and he's always going to someone
yeah.
else's office and looking like he's supervising or something like that. And you're like, but I haven't seen you do anything.
What do you do here?
gotta
Honestly, there's some
print
people
the-
walking around that I don't know what they do. Here. I go, hey, like they're great people. And I go, I have no clue.
Oh, yeah, there's at least
What
two
they're
faces
doing.
that I've been seeing every day that I'm like, I don't know who that guy is.
No.
I just assume they're in the sales department.
Yeah.
That's fine.
They probably got fired a few weeks ago, and they're still employed here. Just
Right.
getting money.
Milton?
Here's another story. And this is the lady's boyfriend went to the internet to complain about this. So a woman got the air filter in her motor taken out. So I guess the boyfriend was doing some maintenance on her car, and they took the air filter out, and there was a message on the air filter, and he posted it on Reddit. He writes, my fiance's air filter installed during her service last year. The message says, you're fat. It says, you are fat on the air filter. Written on the actual air filter part.
Yeah.
PHAT?
What'd they write it with a marker?
FAT. Yeah, it looks like it.
That could have been anything. That could have been one tech making a joke
Yeah.
to another tech. That
Exactly.
could have been
Exactly.
anything. That
That's good.
happened at a time that it's impossible for you to have context. So don't get
Exactly.
all riled up.
It was Fred
That's
Arnold
my-
Thomason's
That's my
car.
point. That's my point here.
That's what you thought too?
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, man, that's just
So
people
the
like...
picture went viral. And most people are theorizing like this was not meant for
No.
the customer. And a lot of mechanics are on there. Maybe you guys could weigh in.
Like a fellow mechanic.
Because when would you pull your own air filter out?
Exactly. They're not expecting you to...
Somebody got on his truck, so when he pulled all his stuff out, he's like, hey, Doug, you're fat.
Right. It's a message for the other mechanic.
Yeah, that's a joke,
Yeah.
man.
One
That's a joke
probably-
that has nothing to do with you.
I could see if you're working at a shop like that, you go into the boxes, you open them up, you write funny messages, and
Well, and there were so many messages under this particular thread. It was like, one person said, low volt electrician checking in, can confirm this is the sort of thing you'll find virtually anywhere, semi-hidden from the public. Inside AC units, duct work, above a soft lid ceiling.
Yeah.
Scribed on the steel pillars of new buildings, on the side of concrete. I myself like to draw dumb pictures of stickmen and islands saying, oh my God, you found me. Thank God I'm saved.
Scott Rizzuto, you've done this.
I did this up at the farm when
Yeah.
underneath the siding, I drew many penises.
Yeah.
Right.
why not big ones?
I work in volume.
M-I-N-N-I?
It's more offensive if there's 50 of them.
Dude, I worked in mail services, M-A-I-L, okay? Mail services at a huge company with multiple buildings and a bridge over the highway. I'm not going to say which one. But like when you're delivering all these different packages and you're couriering things from one building to the next shipping dock, all the shipping guys. You know what I'm saying? So you're constantly writing messages on the folders that things are showing up in because nobody's going to see it except for your bud.
Right. Industry insiders, we're checking in too. They do this a lot. Something done behind customers' backs, usually not intended to upset anybody. In fact, often mechanics leave messages for each other. And they may assume the person changing the air filter will work in another garage, so they'll write something rude to jokingly hit back at their rivals.
Maybe it was Bert Kreischer.
One person said, if you aren't a mechanic, never been a mechanic, or related to a mechanic, you would think this is for the customer. I assure you this is not. The mechanic likely never saw who the customer was. And if they were to do some passive-aggressive stuff, it would be towards the dumbass service advisor, not the customer. It was clearly intended for the next mechanic to find.
I like that there's little jokes happening on the air filter.
I do too.
Makes it more interesting.
Yeah, never knew an air filter was a delivery for a punchline. That's great.
Bunch of mechanics checking in. I'm an automotive tech. We draw penises inside tires and write messages to each other.
For sure.
On parts just
my
for
mechanic
jokes.
On my oil filter or my oil change thing.
Your dipstick?
No, the little sticker
the little
they
sticker.
put in your window.
Yeah.
It says boobs every time. He just leaves it there for me because he knows I don't think it's funny. But I'm just saying, like, if they're doing that, that's the customer. Every time I look up, there's two of them. There's one with the real mileage, and there's one that just says boobs on it because he thinks it's hysterical. And honestly, I do laugh every time.
Yeah, that's the stuff that makes the day go fast.
And if they're doing that to entertain me, imagine what they're doing to entertain each other.
Right.
Mike says, structural steel employee here. Penises are drawn everywhere.
Everywhere.
Thank you.
Everywhere.
There's a great sketch on the internet somewhere where there's like a guy kicks his buddy's door open. He's like, come here, dude. You got to see this. And it's like, comes outside and he's like further down the block and he goes, come here, dude, over here. And he ends up like walking like 30 miles and then they finally get at the top of a mountain and he's like, you could see the whole city. And he's like, oh, man, you brought me up here to see the city, dude. This is cool. Thanks, man. I would have never gotten out of the house. He goes, no, look. And he just drew a penis on a rock.
Gosh.
Never not funny.
It's never not funny.
Never not funny.
The sketch goes on for like 4 minutes just to get to that one joke. And honestly, it's funny every time.
Yeah, so everybody was telling this guy, hey, calm down. Calm down. This was not meant for your girlfriend. This was meant for another tech. So it's all good.
Everybody's going to check their air filters today after work. Like, what's on everybody's?
If my air filter said you're fat, I would laugh.
I would like it if mechanics started putting the Rizz Show on people's air filters, just right in the
Do
Rizz
it.
Show. That'd be great.
Do it. Yeah, I'm Nathan, and the service.
I feel like Who Farted would be a very
We used
funny
to do crazy
air
messages
filter.
back and forth.
I'm curious.
Yeah, this is
Was it
just messages.
YOUR apostrophe E? I mean, YOU apostrophe RE,
no,
or was it a what?
URUARE. YOUARE fat.
Gotcha. I was like, did they do the proper?
Yes,
Your?
it was fine.
Curious.
Oh, wow.
I hope they do get that right.
It was
That would be
fine.
annoying.
But they went all out. You are fat. You are fat. Period.
You never know when a job might come to an end. A woman in North Carolina named Tara was working as a server at an upscale restaurant over Memorial Day weekend when she saw a man seated at a table with a blow-up doll. He was literally dining with the doll. Remember when
Scott?
Scott had to do that?
Yeah.
Carl and I went to a nice
Carl the
restaurant
mannequin went to a nice restaurant.
down in the hill.
And Tara, the server, couldn't help herself. She pulled out her camera to make a TikTok. She says, okay, I'm not supposed to be making TikToks at work, but this calls for it. It went viral. And in a later interview, she said she was indeed fired for breaking the rules. She didn't seem to mind. She says she was planning on quitting anyway. What's the story here? Why did the guy have the blow-up doll?
Maybe he saw that Ryan Gosling movie, Lars and the Real Girl, where he's a socially awkward man, and he buys a real doll and, takes her everywhere. Maybe he's a
So
Gosling fan.
this server at an upscale restaurant pulled out the phone to shame this man. Mm-hmm. Put it on TikTok. Call this guy a freak. Call him out for dining with his blow-up doll. But what's the real story here?
Is he being goofy, or was he, very interested in this? Is he dating that doll? I need to know more. What's that?
Oh, I got the story.
Okay.
Would anybody like to fashion a guess?
He's going through a divorce.
Will any of us get it?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you.
It was a dare.
Oh.
It was a dare.
It's not a dare.
Okay. He works on a morning
The boss
show.
was testing the TikTokers.
No.
This man
Anybody?
is a sexual deviant.
Sexual deviant? No.
Okay.
He was
A little
trying.
more innocent than that.
It was a mannequin to try on outfits.
Punishment for losing a fantasy football league.
Ah. So he was shamed.
Hey, you know, it's funny. So she took TikTok and he made his own TikTok with it. Like he was filming TikTok too.
Oh.
Huh.
He filmed his own TikTok during the dinner. Apparently not his idea. He was facing the consequences for losing his fantasy football league. But she got fired from this upscale restaurant because she couldn't help it. Got a TikTok. All right, before we move on, one final thing. Up in Oregon, a whale beached itself and died.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This was this whale washed ashore May 27th. I hope I'm saying this right. Nehalem Bay State Park in Oregon. Authorities are urging people to stay away from the carcass. A local who lives near the beach warned these things, it's starting to smell and it's hard to get rid of, so everybody please stay away from it's huge.
Yeah.
This whale is huge. Well, now there's a petition, and hundreds have signed it, urging authorities to blow it up. This is the same beach
No.
The first one?
where 50 years ago,
Oh, come on, man.
this is the same beach where 50 years ago they attempted to blow up the whale,
It rained down.
and it rained whale guts everywhere.
You know, I'm signing this
It's a
petition
sperm
right now.
whale.
Isn't there a movie or something about this? Didn't they make a movie about the last one?
You know what you're probably thinking of, because it happened in 1970.
Brendan
Yes.
Fraser was in it, I think.
It happened in 1970, 50th anniversary not too long ago. So 2020, they remastered video of the original broadcast of it. So maybe you saw.
I think maybe we watched it on the show.
Maybe we watched it on the show. But the locals right. I mean, this thing is starting to stink. The Change.org petition is demanding the carcass be dealt with in retro fashion. The petition says this petition advocates for the controlled explosion of the whale carcass, not only as a practical solution to its disposal, but as a public spectacle that offers a rare educational experience for the community. The concept of disposing of beached whale carcasses through explosion, though unconventional, is steeped in history and can be a highly effective measure under expert guidance. The controlled use of explosives would rapidly break down the whale's remains, making the cleanup process more manageable and minimizing environmental impact. More importantly, it provides a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for the public to witness a controlled scientific procedure that is both awe-inspiring and educational.
Dude, if I remember right, that was the one where like the news crews were out there. They had a whole crowd for it, and there was a I don't know, like almost like a cockiness or an arrogance in the people that were about to do it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that," and then it was
I
just
got the audio.
Oh, you do? Okay, it was such a mess.
So this is back in 1970. This giant, it was a 45-foot sperm whale washed up on the shore. They put 20 cases of dynamite underneath it. And spectators were poised to witness the blast. But instead of it was an 8-ton, 45-foot whale. But instead of the carcass being thrown into the ocean as intended, everybody started to run because of huge chunks of blubber raining down, covering them in festering guts. One piece was so big it crushed a car a quarter-mile away.
Very cool.
Here's the news broadcast.
Well, I'm confident that it'll work. The only thing is we're not sure just exactly how much explosives it'll take to disintegrate this thing, so the scavengers, seagulls, and crabs and whatnot can clean it up. Our camera stopped stopped rolling immediately after the blast. The humor of the entire situation suddenly gave way to a run for survival as huge chunks of whale blubber fell everywhere. A parked car over a quarter of a mile from the blast site was the target of one large chunk. The passenger compartment literally smashed. Everyone on the scene was covered with small particles of dead whale.
Dead whale.
Whale.
Dead whale.
People were running everywhere.
Dead whale.
There was blubber everywhere.
Well, and it's so that the dead whale is on the same beach.
That's
Almost
wild.
same spot.
Wild.
That's really
50 years
Someone
ago.
said they hope somebody writes "You are fat" on the whale. And that's
Oh, no.
You ever see them when they when the thing kind of swells from the gases inside and they have to cut it open just to let
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
internally kind of like
So sad.
release? Look at this. Like the guy's just like kind
I
of sawing.
can't look at
Oh, watch this.
I
Watch
don't
this.
want to look at that.
Oh, my God.
holy hell!
You think you could shoot something at
So
it
there
and make
was-
it burst
Dude, you got to
open?
look at this.
No, don't make her look at that.
I'm not
Don't-
looking
you don't
at
have to look at that. So it's a beached whale, and the gases inside, from the decomposition, they got to cut it open, and the guts exploded.
That's a Gushers, the little candy.
The whale has orca bites on it because it looks like it was like emaciated, and so it wasn't eating, and then also had orca
Those annoying orcas eating it.
bites. I know, killer whales.
I like fried okra.
Fried okra is really good.
All right, we're done. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Teamers Remember the Day is brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, hotshotsnet.com for all the details. From South Roxana, Illinois, Brian Enlow is our... Brian is a huge Rizz evangelist, listens to the Rizz Show every morning. The show always helps him get into a great mood, and he loves the banter between all the show's members. He's also a fan... God, this guy. Also a fan of King Scott's underappreciated one-liners.
Wow.
I like this a lot. Thank you.
Loves the additions of Lern and Rafe over the last year.
Good addition.
Misses Jeff dearly, but still loves the current Rizz Show lineup very much, and he hopes to meet most of the crew at upcoming Point/Rizz Show events throughout the year. Brian Enlow from South Roxana, Illinois, is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get your super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. We'll come back. We have the winner for the Craigslist Freak of the Week. We'll get to crap on celebrities, and then Rafe's E-memoriam. Straight up, 7 o'clock, Friday. First look at the traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it is a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Right-hand shoulder, blocked due to a stalled vehicle, 70 westbound, just after St. Charles Rock Road. Your point forecast, a muggy start this morning, high of 91. Right now it's 74 at the Point Studio.
Some day, yeah. Cause when you get some, that's a tough day.
Official Rizz Show Eagle Call.
Eagle call.
So 1 week from tomorrow, we're having a blood drive. Blood drive happening June 22nd. So again, a week from tomorrow in Festus at the Hoods Discount Home Centers, 1212 West Cannon Drive. I'll be down there starting at 11, but the blood drive starts at 9. So folks, we need you. Impact Life is, again, who we've teamed up with, and they are a not-for-profit provider of blood components for hospitals throughout the St. Louis region. Blood transfusions are used to help treat patients with cancer, heart disease, victims of trauma, and for complications related to childbirth. Listen, it's going to be 4th of July in a couple weeks. A lot of trauma. Going to need a lot of blood. And for these reasons, we need to make sure our region has a strong and stable blood supply all throughout the year. And they get that blood from events like this. So if you donate blood, you will get that limited edition Eagle Call Answered t-shirt designed by our very own King Scott. Book an appointment. Blooddrive.1057thepoint.com. That's blooddrive.1057thepoint.com. And hopefully we'll see you down there at the Hoods next Saturday, the 22nd, for an Impact Life Rizz Show blood drive. Blooddrive.1057thepoint.com.
Steakhouse of Pain on 105.7 The Point. You are live with Liv, and I am backstage at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater with Breaking Benjamin, getting all of our swears out so we don't do that on the air right now. Gentlemen, how are we?
We're good. Great. It's good to be here.
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And I'm going to start off by saying something I said to Brent Smith a couple days ago of Shinedown. I'm a fan before, being a DJ and having a cool job. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that too, that you're a fan first with so many of these acts. What does it mean for you guys to be out on the road with Bush and Alice in Chains?
Well, we grew up with them, you know, so it's like surreal, They go back before our musical endeavors into our real life as, whatever you want to call that. So it's really surreal to be talking to them and hanging with them, and they know who we are, as people, like, oh, hey, Ben, or hey, Jason. We're like, oh, my God.
It's still getting used to it after 2 months.
Yeah, and it's been like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, there's a moment of breakdown, I would think, between, being a fan and they seem so distant, and now they're a peer. And I think that probably takes a while to digest.
That's your word.
Yeah, it took some liberty with that word, but
closer than maybe the average.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Quiet and respect. We're getting all the fans set up here because it's
toasty.
It is hot as.
Good thing it's not hot today.
Yeah. It's fine.
Because that would be uncomfortable.
It's fine. You can still get your tickets. It'll cool down when the sun goes down.
True. Hot and no swearing.
Where's all the fun in
Why
that?
am I here? I'm just kidding.
I will say, again, as a fan, some of my favorite concert experiences have been at Breaking Benjamin shows. And I saw you guys last winter for your Unplugged tour. And that was cool as hell.
Anton's plumbing, heating, cooling, and energy experts. We live in a world, but definitely in a city that it gets so hot, it gets so cold. There's all sorts of things that are going to kind of ruin or at least fight against the efficiencies of your home. And that is what Anton's is here to help with. AntonsHVAC.com. Go to ANTONSHVAC.com and book a service because they are the absolute best in making sure that our home has total indoor comfort, as efficient as possible. So your summers aren't that big a deal. So your winters aren't that big a deal. I'm telling you, they've made all the difference in my home. They've made me just a complete hero because I had a home that was, about my mid-40s, and there was a lot of inefficiencies. I had rooms that were too cold. I had rooms that were too hot. My son could hardly sleep in his room. It was so hot, even when it wasn't a hot season. Anton's was able to come in and do an energy audit and really find the weak spots in my house and help us get total indoor comfort. A new furnace, a new water heater, all things that are saving me money in the long run and making my house so much more comfortable. I've truly become a hero because of Anton's service. They are dedicated to premier world-class service for you and our entire area. Call them today. Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy Experts, AntonsHVAC.com. That's ANTONSHVAC.com.
We are backstage at Point Fest with a St. Louis favorite, and the great part about this today is that they're actually going to get to play. Ladies and gentlemen, highly suspect backstage at Point Fest. What's going on? Welcome back. It's wonderful to see you as always. But I would also like to tell you that Natural Born Killer has been one of our favorite songs of the year so far. It sounds great on the air, and it sounds like a great highly suspect song. So let me ask you, where did that come in the recording process? One of the first, one of the last? Where was that?
Smack dab in the middle.
Oh, okay. All right. I always wonder if, when it comes out as a strong lead single like that, if where it was in the creative process matters. You know what I'm saying?
I think once we heard that riff, it was like, okay, this is like the sports anthem style riff. We just kind of knew it would be the one.
Yeah, absolutely so. So a new album is out now. All right. How quickly do you see the audience singing songs back to you?
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are
luckily,
and you got to be kind of like amazed and taken aback by that a little bit.
Oh my God, it's a blessing. It's incredible.
I can't remember words to songs I love from 20 years ago.
I can't remember the words to the songs that we wrote, so I struggle.
Here's like kind of a weird one, and I'm very curious about like little things like this. I was at a show the other night. Pearl Jam was here. They played the Enterprise Center. And you have half of the venue that have phones up and are trying to record the entire show. And then you have the other half that are seemingly annoyed by those that are recording. As a band, do you care?
I hate it.
You hate it.
It's the worst.
Let me ask why you hate it. And I hate it because I'm a short guy. Inevitably, somebody in front of me has got it, and then I'm not seeing anything. I'm dancing the entire show.
As another short guy, it bugs me too. You know, it's killing the view. Like, I want to see the show.
I also wonder who's watching these videos.
That's the thing is, like, you take a cell phone video, and then what? You listen to it, it sounds terrible, you're never going to watch it again. It's like, take a picture and put your phone down, be present.
Right.
You know, back in my day, we didn't even have the option to do that, so.
It's crazy to me when I see people complain about Jack White's phone policy, where he won't let you, you got to leave it in a bag. And maybe that's a little bit too much, but I like the general idea of just going to the show and watching the freaking show. Like,
Owners, CEOs, CFOs, you don't want to miss out. Don't miss this event. NetSuite by Oracle is hosting a day-long event Thursday, June 27th at the Union Station Hotel downtown. They're calling it Business Grows Here, and it's set up to help you grow your business. Spend the day learning from more than half a dozen speakers on stage, sharing their wisdom, sharing their insights, including Jamie Siminoff. That's the guy that founded Ring Video Doorbell. Every speaker you'll hear will leave you with actionable strategies and tips that you can immediately apply to your own business. Take all the notes you want, meet the people that could change the way you look at growing your business today. Attend the business event of the year, NetSuite's Business Grows Here, Thursday, June 27th. It's going to be a day well spent, and it's free to attend if you qualify. Apply today to find out if you do while seats are still available. Go online, netsuite.com/Missouri. That's netsuite.com/Missouri.
Bum, bum, bum. Hi from the outside. I mustard called 1,000 times to say I'm sorry for all things that you've done. I tried to call you, but you were not home. No, you weren't home.
all right, so here we are, way back at Point Fest, the first interview of the day. It's Real Big Fish, everybody. Gentlemen, how are you? It's great to see you. Great to see you.
Fantastic.
Hello.
Oh.
Hey.
Thank you. No, don't stop. No, more, please. More.
It's really great to have you guys back. We have...
To the program, phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow 1057thepoint.com. Friday fail stories coming up. Rafe's E-memoriam on the way. You know what? I think we'll do, because I know you have a hard out, Rafe, at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So let's do crap on first. We'll get to the E-memoriam, and then we'll do the Freak of the Week results in a little bit after that. All right. Change of plans, guys.
I'm going to move a couple of things over audio-wise for you. Just telling you that.
Send it my way.
Okay.
All right, let's do crap on. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
Now, we're going to start with this. We were talking yesterday, I think off air, we were talking about the band Live and just how good they are. And another band...
Are they underrated, Live?
They are.
Or do they get their just dues?
I think they're underrated.
They were loaded in that Dad Rock playlist I pulled up yesterday.
Live, I think a lot of people consider them kind of cheesy.
Really?
Wait, let me ask you
I
this.
think those first two records are some of the coolest.
The first three records.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Would you consider REM in the same vein of Live?
No. REM was the first kind of college rock, one of the founders of alt rock.
But do you think that REM and Live got the same kind of spread out
You're
on
thinking
genre?
because the lead singers are bald.
Could be. Could be. Well, the original 4 members of REM performed in public for the first time in 17 years last night at the Songwriters Hall of Fame induction ceremony in New York City. The quartet were inducted by Jason Isbell, who covered It's the End of the World as We Know It, before presenting the group with their award. Michael Stipe spoke on behalf of the band. He told the audience writing songs and having a catalog of work that we're all proud of that's out there for the rest of the world all the time is hands down the most important aspect of what we did. Second to that is that we managed to do some of all of these decades with music and remain friends, and not just friends, dear friends.
They just hung it up. They said, we're retiring, and that's it.
And that's it. So Michael Stipe, Peter Buck, Mike Mills, Bill Berry, they performed an acoustic take of Losing My Religion. It was the first time since their Rock Hall induction in 2007 that all 4 members had played in public together. And during the event, Trey Anastasio of Fish inducted Donald Fagen, Walter Becker of Steely Dan. They did a medley of Kid Charlemagne and Reelin' in the Years. So it was a big night of great music.
Yeah, I think this is a band that I don't think you'll ever see REM do like a reunion tour.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think that's it for them.
I agree.
I think
I think it was more of art, and they made a lot of money, and it's not a business.
And I think they're kind of happy
doing that.
Everything I've read about what they're doing in their post-REM days, they're just doing their own thing.
Which is what? What are they doing?
Well, Michael Stipe writes stuff.
You don't really hear from him, though.
You don't really hear much about
One's
them.
a magician now.
Very cool. Guys, a band that has not hung it up, in fact, they're going to be breaking open another extension of their tour, is Def Leppard. They're going to be here July 6th, Busch Stadium. They've digitally released a new song ahead of their summer stadium tour with Journey. This one is made for stadium chanting. It's called Just Like 73, features Tom Morello on guitar. Here's what that song sounds like.
When you listen to the song,
I haven't listened yet.
And you didn't have to say who it features.
Yeah. Because you can hear it.
Because you can
hear Tom Morello's guitar.
Listen, I'm not going to say Tom Morello's been playing the same thing since since '92.
Sounds like you're about ready to say that.
I don't know. Sorry if it sounds like garbage, but I want to get to the solo. There it is.
It's Prophets of Rage.
And you know what I'm talking about, Moon. That Tom Morello.
I like that line, seeing cows with hands. That was cool.
What?
You didn't hear the very first line he says? Something like seeing cows
with hands?
That's cool.
Pretty cool.
Van Halen have released a live version of Top of the World from the forthcoming deluxe edition of their third of 4 albums with Sammy Hagar, 1991's For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. Here's some audio. This song was never before seen footage that was filmed at the West End Marketplace in Dallas back in 91. It was a free show that Sammy Hagar promised Dallas after the band cut short their 1988 show at the Cotton Bowl due to his vocal problems. So this performance that they did in 91 cost the band close to $200,000 to put on.
I know you watched the video this morning. I watched the video as well. It's cool. You got people hanging off stoplights.
Yeah.
There's so much. They're playing outside.
Well, and listen to, they're
playing outside. It looks like a street.
Yeah.
And there are a ton of people. This is the height of Van Hagar.
Yes.
Listen to this.
That up on the blog.
It's on there.
Sammy and his circle will be here August 31st. They do still perform Top of the World. And I did this one time. So I went to the very back of the lawn. This is a Sammy Hagar show probably 15 years ago. Remember those flip cameras that we used to have where you could download them, to your computer? I took a flip camera. I started at the very top of the lawn at Riverport, walked all the way, because I was working for KG at the time, had a backstage pass, walked all the way to the stage during Top of the World. Like, it was
video?
On video. And I don't know what the hell happened to the video because it was a flip camera and it's just gone. But it was kind of cool for me to be able to do that.
Coolest thing ever.
Was it sliced in half with a katana?
No, it wasn't.
That's one of my sound
I don't know
check.
what happened to it either.
That's one of my sound check songs when it's like, time to check the amp, guitar, and all that kind of stuff. And I do it just so I can see who the haters are out there. Like,
so you know what crowd you're
just
up
finding
against?
the Rafes in the building.
Ooh,
Man.
and the Lerns. Nirvana, Bruce Lee, and Howard Stern are some of the icons to be featured on this new History Channel series called The Icons That Built America. This looks really cool. It's going to premiere on June 23rd. Essentially, it's storytelling about the lives and legacies of these icons, and they're doing replicas. So you'll see a little bit of footage from the real people. Reenactments, yeah. And there's somebody that is reenacting Howard Stern, and it looks pretty ridiculous. His hair is all big.
So they got a guy with a Howard Stern wig
With the
on,
Howard Stern,
and it
and
looks
the glasses.
totally ridiculous.
Yeah, it does. He's going to probably love that. The Eagles have announced a residency at the Las Vegas Sphere with 8 nights between September 20th through October 19th. Tickets are starting at $175 and go on sale on the 21st.
Okay, so
that's awesome.
Eagles next up in the Sphere.
I'm not excited about
Lern's
this.
out. We talked about this yesterday off the air.
I love the Eagles, and I want to go to the Sphere, but this isn't it for me. Like, what
Really?
visually are they going to do?
It just
doesn't
a
matter.
desert?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's going to look beautiful.
You just want to
Vince
see
Gill
it.
on stage.
I've seen it.
It's
It
just
was
gonna
great at
be
Enterprise.
Somebody made a good meme with Lebowski being like, "Not the Eagles, man," and I'm just like, why? That's such a chill, like easy listening dad rock band.
Peaceful, easy feeling,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, but it's going to be some colors and some stuff flashing on the Sphere. I bet you it's going to be
Big
awesome.
Glenn Fry head.
I mean,
No, it's not going to be that.
I will say it's probably the closest of what's been in there so far that I would if
Same.
it was free
Yeah,
and I was in Vegas, I might go to this.
right. Same.
Just to be like, how are you going to make Desperado interesting in the Sphere?
Right.
I love that song. There's about 3
They
Eagles
will put
songs I
some
like.
visuals to go along with the song.
Just as, last time the Eagles were, not the last time, but the second to last time the Eagles were playing Enterprise Center, the only theatrics they had is when they were playing the record Hotel California. They had some Moses-looking guy come out dressed all in Moses wear, and it was all dark.
Moses wear.
And they came
Yes.
out, and
It's
he
hot,
just
2024.
he essentially walked up to a record player and dropped the needle on Hotel California, and that was it. So and it was a great show, but I'm going visually. I don't think the Eagles are
But they will
stunning.
make stuff. They will probably commission some kind of visual artist to do a whole thing, put to every song, and it's going to look badass.
It's
We're going to go
this-
to the dispensary before. We're going to get high as hell. We're
Yeah.
going to take some gummies, and we're going to have a
Wait,
good
are you
time.
defending Eagles in the Sphere? Are you going to go?
I think it's the
No, I'm not
Sphere's
defending
folks.
them.
I thought you would be the most poo-pooing on this.
No, I want to see, when I go to Vegas next time, whoever's playing, I
I
want
want
to
to see
see.
9 Inch Nails. I want to
It's-
see Gaga.
It's the Sphere people that are doing the lights and stuff. It's
Right.
not the Eagles crew. I
That's
think
what
it's
I
a
mean.
combination.
No.
think
When
of,
Fish
like-
did their residency there, Fish did all the visuals themselves. Like, so it's
Okay, but
on
that-
the
but
artist.
That's Trey and that's Fish's thing.
It's on the artist to create whatever visuals go along with their music. So they'll commission somebody to do it, and it's going to be badass.
I mean, thank God Joe Walsh is with them because he's the only one out of all those
That's
guys that's going to
interesting.
be able to be psychedelic.
And I'm not
is
an
all saying.
Eagles lover. I'm not defending the Eagles. I'm just saying they're
You know-
probably going to sell out every friggin' show.
Of course they will.
You don't
It's
think
Eagles.
Vince Gill is down with the devil's lettuce and he's just all coking
they
up
all
before he's
are.
going out there, bro?
Vince Gill's the straightest man on that tour.
They're all
know.
old
right?
hippies, those
I know, I'm
guys.
just kidding. No, not Vince, man.
In other news,
You don't think Vince Gill is?
No,
He still
absolutely not.
shops at Structure
he does? Those are still around?
for him.
That's cool as hell. Four Non-Blondes frontwoman and producer, famous songwriter Linda Perry is revealing that she had a battle with breast cancer. She's got a new documentary out. She's 59 years old. She learned she had breast cancer in 2021 while prepping an elective breast reduction surgery. She had a triple negative cancer, which is known to spread rapidly. And she told People magazine that if she had not had that surgery, she believes that she would have caught her cancer too late. So you can see this journey in her documentary, Linda Perry, Let It Die Here. Kate Hudson just released her first record, and I bought it, and Linda Perry's on most of it. And Linda Perry, her hits that she's written, I mean, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Do You Believe in Life After Love with Cher? Linda Perry is behind...
Oh, yeah. Christina Aguilera's You're Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
She wrote a lot of Pink stuff.
Yeah. Actually, no, I'm mixing up Linda Perry with another story I have coming up. Linda Perry is on the Kate Hudson record. She's not on
She's
Cher.
a prolific songwriter.
Yes, she's a prolific songwriter.
And she was in the band Four Non-Blondes.
Yes.
And you know the song,
What's up?
which is called What's Up.
What's up?
You ever listen to that Four Non-Blondes record?
No.
It's horrendous.
But she's better with others. She brings
She's a
out
better
the better
songwriter.
in everybody else.
She's a better songwriter than band frontwoman. I
That's
don't
the
know.
Rizzuto endorsement.
There you go.
It's horrible.
Horrendous.
Metallica is the next act coming to Fortnite. 6 songs have now been added to the Fortnite Festival 4th season. There's a Lego version of each band member with a Metallica-themed racetrack and rocket racing and a Metallica car. So if you're into this, or maybe you want to get your kids into Metallica, June 22nd and June 23rd.
As into
is
making
where you
money
can
as
watch it.
Metallica is, how has it not been announced that they're the next Sphere?
I don't know. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that it's probably corny, but like that would be such a cool show.
Metallica in the Sphere?
AC/DC would
100%.
be an awesome show in the
Yes.
Sphere. Like, as much as it's like, yeah, maybe they all sound the same, whatever. They rock so hard. Like, that would be a cool show to see.
Yeah, this is it's a perfect venue for a band that has energy in the music
And a ton
is
of
too
hits.
old to have the energy on the
Aerosmith,
stage.
dude. I would see Aerosmith in the
I would see
Sphere. That would
Aerosmith
be a
in the
dope
Yeah,
show.
like one of the reasons I don't want to see Aerosmith is because they are so old, and I'm not going to get any energy off the stage necessarily. And I'm not saying that it's not an energetic show.
Sure.
But if I saw them in the Sphere,
Be different.
I'm not looking at them.
100%.
I'm looking at all this badassness, and I'm
I
listening
beg
to
to
sweet
differ about Aerosmith,
live
though.
music.
They still... Steven Tyler still brings
I know
it.
Steven Tyler's still doing it. He's our Mick Jagger. You know what I mean? He's still dancing when he shouldn't be.
Is that like the Def Leppard guy who's
his poor
accepted his
feet.
fate and just stands in one place and balances the microphone stand?
But you know what I'm
That's
saying?
That's what Joe Elliott does?
Yeah, dude, he wears sweatpants that are bedazzled, and he just does a microphone stand on his hand like a little
He
kid with
does.
a wiffle ball bat. But
I'm going on July.
Well, the other guy who's in great shape, the other Def
Phil
Leppard,
Collin.
that guy's
Oh,
ripped
Phil
out of his
Collin.
mind. He's all over the place.
I know. Well, he's
Yeah.
the youngest
That
one in
guy's
Def
shredded.
Leppard.
He made
so.
a
He's still like
he made
60.
an evil deal or something for sure.
Dude,
He's a
right?
vegan.
You know what
Bro,
I'm saying?
he's ripped like the after
Yeah.
picture in a Cybergenics ad.
Yeah, he
It's
looks
nuts.
crazy.
So I was mixing up because I have two stories about legendary songwriter women. Diane Warren. Okay, so Diane Warren was behind I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, If I Could Turn
Right.
Back Time, How Do I Live, Rhythm of the Night, Because You Love Me from Celine Dion. And she is also with Tiffany Haddish. She just released her song called Woman Up. And she says that this song was written with Diane Warren and explained, I think people are really going to connect to it because it's a really relatable subject. It's woman up. If you don't feel sorry for yourself, what are you doing? You know, get up, woman up, get on your feet. Don't lay in bed and be miserable. Get up. So here's a little bit of Tiffany Haddish's song.
Okay, this is Tiffany Haddish.
Yes.
A song written by
Diane Warren.
Warren.
Yes.
This will be probably the only time I hear this.
You better woman up, Rizz.
I hate to see you, I hate to see you this way, this way. Lying in your bed, covers over your head, thinking that it's over, but it's not. Just stop.
Okay.
And woman up.
Woman up, Rizz.
You know, this needs a little Tom Morello guitar.
So Haddish has been through some high-profile issues over the last few years, including 2 DUIs, a sexual misconduct claim that was later dropped, and a breakup with Common. So she's been through some stuff, and Diane Warren and her wrote that song.
One up, guys.
There you
Woman
go.
up.
House of Dragon has been renewed for a third season ahead of season 2, premiering this Sunday.
All right.
So congrats. Bobby Flay has teamed up with Pepsi for a Father's Day gift that nobody wants, called a grilled-inspired smoked first ever cologne. Yeah, it's a cologne that smells like barbecue and Pepsi.
Okay.
Good for you, Dad. Friends fans.
How do you tell your dad?
That you love him?
I don't like you really that much.
Just get him a Bobby Flay cookbook. That's better than this gross
How
cologne.
do I tell your dad? I don't want to think beyond novelty gifts.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a, doesn't he have a book, Grillin' and Chillin'?
Bobby
I think
Flay?
that's Bobby Flay.
He's got a lot of girl cookbooks. I like
Grillin' and Chillin'.
I like Beat Bobby Flay. That's the show.
That was his first. Was that one of the first ones?
Bobby Light.
Is it?
I don't know.
Did he have a cooking show, and then this was a reality
Yeah,
show?
you know,
where
they really don't do
chefs
those.
came
You
in?
know, if you watch a Food Network, it's all food competition shows now,
Is it?
or travel shows.
But that wasn't that his.
Yeah, Beat Bobby Flay was.
Yeah, and he went to like a local place that was like famous for hot dogs or something, and then like he had to compete against the owner of that hot dog place or whatever
Yeah,
the
they
heck
would
it
do
was.
that. Yeah,
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's the food competition shows. There's no stir and stand.
Not anymore. What about Barefoot Contessa?
I love her.
They rarely play those
I
anymore.
know.
Really?
You can watch all of Ina Garten on Max. They have
They
all the
rarely play the stir and stand.
But Gary had the greatest life,
educational.
or whatever his name was.
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet
Oh,
Jeffrey.
God, dude. I was like, dude, Jeffrey's living the
Yeah, dude.
life. What?
She loves her husband so much. It's so cute. Friends fans will soon be able to recreate Ross and Rachel's Drunken Chapel scene in Vegas. So if you're a Friends fan, you're going out to Vegas. The One in Vegas episode will be at the MGM Grand later this year. So you'll actually be able to walk through that set. You can walk through Monica's apartment. They're even going to have the water fountain and the opening credits with the couch, replica props, costumes, and exclusive merch, which is kind of exciting. Congrats to Jimmy Fallon. It's been 10 plus years. He's going to continue to host The Tonight Show through 2028. So NBC has renewed that.
Good for him.
Ryan Reynolds is back with a vasectomy cocktail, a Deadpool edition. Just in time for Father's Day, the actor dropped a spot with Aviation American Gin where he makes a special version of his signature vasectomy cocktail just in time for Dad.
Here we go.
It's Father's Day. Have you
because somehow I keep having kids. This year, we're going to take our annual vasectomy up a notch with aviation gin Deadpool edition. Now, let me show you how to make it. First, you're going to take an ice-filled glass and you're going to add 1 ounce of cranberry juice. Then, you're going to add 3 ounces of tonic. Next, you're going to grab this little yellow guy and you're going to give it a squeeze. And now, we're going to add 1.5 ounces of Aviation American Gin Deadpool Edition. It's the same delicious Aviation Gin, but with 100% more Deadpool. And there you go. Deadpool vasectomy. Pairs perfectly with 2 dads over 40 pretending they're not too arthritic to pull off a superhero movie.
And so he and Hugh Jackman are in the commercial. Pretty cute. Zach Bryan tested out a Cybertruck. He was surprised that he actually liked it. He posted a video saying, I thought this was going to be the worst, and now he wants one. He says Tesla can go from 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, and so he was impressed by that. He tagged Elon Musk, and Elon responded saying, Cybertruck is an APC of the future, short for Armored Personal Carrier.
Still want to drive one. I would like to drive one.
Okay. Let's make it happen.
I saw one on Olive when I left work yesterday, and they're just butt ugly cars. Like
would you want to drive one, or would you just want to try it out?
I would get in one to see what's inside, but
Test
I mean,
drive?
Maybe, but I would not buy one. There's nothing inside it that would make me buy one.
I don't think I'd buy one. I'd like to drive one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you'll be like Zach Bryan, and it'll freak you out, and you'll love it after you do that.
I'm sure I will love it.
Gisele Bündchen has reportedly broken up with her former jiu-jitsu trainer, Joaquin. The source tells In Touch Weekly that the spotlight during Tom Brady's roast was too much, saying that the jiu-jitsu trainer became part of the joke. People actually started asking him if he was the reason for the divorce. He hated that. And so Gisele reportedly blames this breakup on Tom because he agreed to do the roast and then put a target on her boyfriend's back.
That's what
got his ass, dude.
They are broken up.
That's a baller. Honestly, that's a long-distance missile he just launched. That's his last deep bomb.
Yep, bullseye.
He threw that when he signed on for the roast. He's like, this is going to hit in the end zone.
And it did. She'll be all right. And finally, guys, it's an election year.
Oh.
The country is quite divided.
Yeah.
Things are a damn mess. But there is one person that can bring us all together.
Who's that?
It's Hulk Hogan. Yes.
God, I saw this.
Guys,
I agree on this.
Hulk Hogan is launching his very own beer.
I was gonna say, what's Hulk
Real
Hogan?
American beer.
Yeah.
He hopes that this light lager will unite the country. He says, quote, and I honestly, could you read this in Hulk Hogan voice? I think it'd be really great.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
Let me see it, brother.
Just read the
Say
red.
brother
Can
every
you
6
just
words.
read the red?
That's all you got to do. We're more alike than we are different, brother, but we really need to sit down and have a conversation. So that's why Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer, brother, is going to bring America back together, one beer at a time.
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
One beer at a time,
that's a
bringing
direct
America
quote.
back together?
Yeah, he did.
That's a direct
What a
quote.
wuss.
Dude.
And he did launch it, too. He did cut a promo.
Not going to do 2 at a time?
Guys, you have to go to our blog and see how ripped the illustration of Hulk Hogan is
On the
that's going to
beer.
be on the label of this
It's
beer.
basically the trauma.
It will make a patriotic tear roll from your eyeballs
Yeah, my
onto your
tears,
chin.
red, white, and blue.
That's right.
Anyway, we got new in record stores and streaming up on the blog as well, and all the things that you need to see visually. So go check it out. And that was your crap on
Hulk
celebrities.
Hogan's still, he's put together.
Hulk Hogan.
I am a drunk American.
Fight for the rights of
Every man
Have you ever seen?
will get at least 2 DUIs. Fight for your right.
I would only drink that beer if I was going full wrestling and I was listening to Macho Man Randy Savage's record. That record is so good.
When I
holds
was
up.
9 or 10 years old, we went to Florida, and I forget where we were. We were somewhere in the Orlando area, and we were around some body water, and a speedboat pulled up to the dock, and Mean Gene and Mean Gene Okerlund and Hulk Hogan got out of the boat.
No.
And it was, I still remember it. Like, they were 2 superheroes.
Yeah, it's like the scene in Ted with Flash. Flash. Like you heard that, your hair blew back.
I said, oh my, it was come to life. Like TV came, I think that was my first ever celebrity sighting.
That's
Mean
great.
Gene and Hulk Hogan getting out of a speedboat.
At least he got out of a speedboat.
Yeah.
When Scott and I saw him, he
This is
got
different.
off of a golf cart, and it was
No, a smart car. Remember they just shipped him
Oh,
over.
yeah, it was
they didn't
a
have the sides yet on him. It looked like a golf cart, but it was a smart car.
That's right.
And it was this giant ape in there
My
driving
story
it.
is way cooler.
I know. We were stunned. We were just like, that's not how I pictured
I
him.
just love that he's got a beer, dude. That's so like Stone Cold's probably pissed off about it. That was like his thing, right?
What did Stone Cold drink though?
I don't know, but he drink whatever got thrown at him from the audience, and he drank like 2 beers at a time. He should be the beer guy.
That was his thing.
Yeah.
That was his thing.
You got to watch
What are you going to do, brother, when that field sobriety test runs wild on you?
When you're drinking the beer, you got to be watching Tooth Fairy or whatever. What was that movie?
Oh, Mr. Nanny.
Oh, my God.
Is that what it was?
Wasn't
I
it?
thought it was
Tooth Fairy was The Rock.
Didn't Hulk have a Tooth Fairy one? Where
No,
was
he was
wearing
a
a-
nanny.
Oh, okay. So he's wearing a
1993.
tutu at some
I
point.
loved that movie.
The best line from was Suburban Commando when he rips the car door off and he goes, "What's that smell?" And the guy goes, "Dookie." It's like the infamous line from Suburban Commando.
All right.
see that.
Celebrities celebrating a birthday today. Daryl Sabara, that is the kid from Spy Kids, also now Meghan Trainor's husband. He's 32. Lucy Hale from Pretty Little Liars, Riverdale, and Katie Keene. Lucy is 35. Kevin McHale, Artie on Glee, is 36. J.R. Martinez, former U.S. Army soldier who suffered severe burns on 40% of his body, and then went on to be a motivational speaker and got a role on All My Children and won the 13th season of Dancing with the Stars. He's 41. Diablo Cody, Academy Award-winning stripper who wrote Juno, then created a United States of Terror, Jennifer's Body, young adult. Been doing quite well. Diablo is 46. Sullivan Stapleton, Kurt Weller on Blind Spot, is 47. Steffi Graf, the tennis star, is 55. Let's see. Oh, I was talking about Monica. Remember when Monica Seles got stabbed during a match?
Yeah, it was because the stabber was a Steffi Graf fan.
Yes, obsessed with Steffi Graf. Steffi Graf is 55. Yasmine Bleeth, Caroline from Baywatch, is 56. Boy George is 63. Donald Trump is 78. And Marla Gibbs, that's Florence the maid on The Jeffersons, is 93 years old. Congratulations, Marla.
All right, here's your scene.
Star 227.
What's that smell?
Oh my God! What a horrible movie.
That sounds
absolutely
awesome.
terrible. But that
What a
line
terribly
was stuck in American zeitgeist ever since.
Who's the?
You said there's Al
actor
Pacino?
there?
What's that smell?
That actor, the other guy, looked familiar. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's More Fun and Fantasy Meet, is Ava Taylor. And today's birthday girl's been in 154 fine films, including Brothers and Sisters 2 and 3, Corrupted Cuties 1, Daddy Issues, Daddy's Favorite, Daddy's Home 2, Father Figure 6, I Need a Ride Home, Mister, My Dad is Hot, and Who Can Forget a Role? And 2015's Lern's favorite, Sorry About Your Balls.
Yes.
Ava Taylor is 29 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, quick break. We'll come back with Rafe Williams and this week's E-memoriam. It is 7:37. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it is a spectacle. Go to the website WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 44 westbound near the 55 exit. Your point forecast, a muggy start this morning, high at 91. Right now it's 74 at the Point Studio.
Tim, how are you, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, and I'm going to tell you that I did something today, and I shouldn't even bring it up that I'm doing it.
Okay.
I wore a shirt specifically to impress you because I was interviewing you, and,
Right.
and normally I don't do that.
Right.
But I did. But also too, and they can't see it, but I've got this awesome Masked Intruder shirt on, and I
love it.
Yeah, and I just figured that would be one of those bands that you would be, very cool, like. That we're a band that Rise Against played with somewhere along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we have a Masked Intruder. Correct me if I'm wrong.
NinjaBling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show, if you're thinking about popping the question. And listen, I understand you want to shop around. And that's smart of you because engagement rings, one of the biggest purchases you will ever make. Shop around. Good for you. But do yourself a favor and go to Moritz Horse Jewelry first. Let them show you what they could do for you. Work within your budget. Go to the other places. Oh, you'll be back for sure. More Trust Jewelry, been around for 40 years now. They are the ethical jeweler. So, yes, they will work within your budget. They're not going to rip you off, and you could be assured that you'll leave there knowing that, man, I did good.
And it's an experience like none other. We're talking about a private showroom, 15th floor. You got to get buzzed in. You make an appointment. You're talking to people that are legitimately helping you find a custom piece that fits you, fits your lifestyle, and that you're happy with for an entire lifetime.
Yeah, hit up ninjabling.com. See them on Instagram as well. It's More Trust Jewelry, the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show, where you get the jewels, not the shaft.
Hey, we're the Interrupters! And we're here with our new friends Sarah and Donnie from The Point. We're at Music Record Shop, and we're gonna go get some records.
Reggae and ska. This record is going to change your life. It really is. This is nightclub, gangsters, Rudy, A Message to You, Rat Race, man, Ghost Town. So we come, Interrupters, before we come out on stage, we play Ghost Town, and it's on this. You just have to get, this is, I insist that you get that one. Okay?
If you were gonna get a Ramones record, are you a fan of the Ramones?
I don't know, a lot of times I hear songs and I'm like, oh yeah, I love that song. I just can't remember who it was.
I Want to Be Sedated.
Mm-hmm.
And like Blitzkrieg Bop.
Mm-hmm.
So this is their second record, and it's really good.
In 8th grade, I went to Catholic school. I had to walk from my school to my parents' office, and in between the school and the office was a reggae record store. Like it was a record store, mostly just reggae. From school until then, that most of my time was spent at that record shop.
Wow. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of where it started. Like,
and the
pretty
owner
much.
of that record shop was like, check this out. It's called incense, and you burn it. And I was like, cool.
Check this out. It's kind of like incense, but it makes it feel fun.
And then he was like, check this out. He's like, you're really gonna like this, because I was like, I really like Nirvana. And he was like, if you like Nirvana, you're really gonna like this. And he put on Bad Brains, and I was like,
This slaps. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I'm getting all of these records. I'm getting this record.
Health, guys. Reinvest in yourselves in 2024. Go to Victory Men's Health. They got me feeling good again. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm a comedian. That's illegal. And thank God for Victory Men's Health. They've made it an achievable task for me because they got me feeling better than I was feeling when I started the show last April. And I think it's because I had a horrible iron deficiency, and they detected that because they got my blood work down to a cellular level, and it turns out a medication I was on was leaching my body of iron. They said it was the lowest iron they'd ever seen. Congratulations to me. But now I'm on an iron vitamin that's got my iron back up, and I feel pretty dang good. And that's all because Victory Men's Health detected a problem and solved it for me. And sometimes your primary care doc just ain't going to do that for you. So go to Victory Men's Health. If you're not feeling yourself, you might need vitamins. You might need testosterone treatment. You might need peptides. Maybe you need to invest in your sexual health. Whatever you need, maybe you need to lose a few pounds and want to get on semaglutide. They got it. They've got a treatment for you, and they won't just assign you a treatment if it's not right for you. They care about your health. They care about your progress. They got 4 locations, 1 in each O'Fallon, 1 in Town and Country, and a brand spanking new facility in Sunset Hills. So find one, get there. For more information, go to victorymenshealth.com, victorymenshealth.com.
So let's start off with an easy one.
Okay.
You have this incredible career with Everclear.
Right.
Made all of these records. You've had, I would think, multiple opportunities to do like a solo record, but you're going to put out a solo record for seemingly the first time in your career.
For not seemingly the first time.
The first time in your career. Why now?
Well, I mean, you know as well as I do that Everclear has been my baby from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's my thing. So as far as doing a rock band situation, I never felt really a need to do a solo record. I tried to do one once, and it turned into an Everclear record. And I wanted this to be different. I wanted this to be just me playing everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's mostly acoustic guitar, acoustic bass, some keyboards, some drums, not drums on every song. Sing all the vocals. I play all the instruments. Co-produced it with a friend of mine who's a great engineer, producer. And, it's very raw. It sounds like an Everclear meets Cat Stevens meets Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young.
Oh, wow.
But with some Elvis Costello in there.
All right. I like it. I look forward to that. One of the reasons that I've always liked you and liked your band is because there was always this sort of punk sensibility on those and not only a punk sensibility in the music, but you as well sort of have a little bit of that punk rock swagger.
Absolutely. I've always had that. I've always seen myself in the punk rock aesthetic.
Well, but you're
You know
buddies
what I
with
mean?
like Jim Lindbergh from Pennywise and those guys, right?
Yeah.
I don't mean to name drop.
No. We're all suburban dads,
Right.
that live in Southern California that all grew up with a lot of the same music. They went a lot more punk rock than I did. I'm older than those guys, so there's more of a sense of melody to it as far as I'm concerned. But I mean, underlying, I've always looked at Everclear as a punk/hard rock band with a singer-songwriter. That's what we are.
Well, absolutely.
And it's not, it's not reinventing the wheel, but it's unique in its own right. And that's what we are.
Yeah, agreed. There are some artists that we have that will play our way back show and will not want us to use the phrase way back when we're kind of speaking of them. You, on the other hand, you do the Summerland Festival. You embrace that.
Why not?
Yeah, that's kind of more my question for you. You know what I mean? Like, why do you think some other artists have like a hard time? Like, just people like it. No, they're coming out to see you no matter what it's called.
No one.
We were talking cars earlier, and, maybe it's time for you to get into a new car. Perhaps a Subaru. They got a lot of cool Subarus, man. They got some SUVs. They got the Outbacks. They got some four-wheel drive. Whatever you're into, Subaru's going to got you covered, and you want to go to Sunset Hill Subaru because they're the #1 volume Subaru dealer in Missouri. Not just St. Louis, Missouri for 5 years. And voted best new car dealer in St. Louis by STL today, and that is not a coincidence. They treat you right down there, and they don't pressure you. They have the biggest showroom. They have the best snacks, and they're pet-friendly. If you're wanting to go down and check out a car, but you don't want to feel lonely, bring your pet monitor lizard. Maybe you just got a monkey. Bring them. They're cool with it. Name another dealership's going to let you bring a macaque down there with you. You'll be hard-pressed to find one. But the most important thing is you'll never be charged over MSRP, like some shady dealers charging thousands over sticker. They're going to save you real money compared to the competition. And I ain't talking about a couple $100. I'm talking about thousands of dollars. That's money in your pocket. You could buy a second monkey with a couple $1,000s. Think about that. And if you don't want to go down, your monkey won't behave himself, that's fine. Shop online, you get the same great deals, you get the same great inventory, and they'll deliver the car right to your house, and they might even bring a dog for you to pet if you don't have a pet because they keep 2 dogs on staff as emergency pets for you. What a place. What a time to be alive. Go right now, check out their inventory, schedule yourself an appointment, and don't cheat yourself. Get a new car. Feel good this summer. Go to SunsetHillSubaru.com, SunsetHillSubaru.com.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and we have the absolute pleasure for the first time of speaking to Ash from New Year's Day. Welcome, and it's great to have you at Point Fest.
We're so honored to be at Point Fest today. It was so much fun.
You had that crowd.
Happy birthday, Rizz. Pow. All right, welcome back to the program. Friday Fail Stories coming up. We'll give away the rest of our prizes. Simple game, Gay Bar Steakhouse today. Quick, easy, give away some stuff, boom. Still got to crown the Craigslist Freak of the Week, but without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, and it is time for Rafe Williams and this week's E-memoriam.
Yes, the E-memoriam brought to you by me, Rafe Williams, official sponsor of the E-memoriam this week. It's me. For those of you that don't know, the E-memoriam is not like the Oscars in memoriam. We say goodbye to some people we lost this week, whether something we said upset them on the show and spurred some sort of an email, or if we just had to literally see people go bye-bye. Maybe we had to fire somebody, or we just roasted them so hard that we know they'll never forgive us. Whatever it might be, you're going to find them here in the E-memoriam. So, without further ado, let's get started. First up in this week's E-memoriam, Jonathan Pibb III. We received a lone email from a suspicious Mr. Pibb defender after Dr. Pepper was announced as the new #2 soda last week, and we can only assume this email was sent from the dummy account of Jonathan Pibb, the reclusive heir of the Pibb fortune, whose gross mismanagement of his grandfather's company makes Papa John look like a good decision maker. You can't expect a mister to compete with the doctor, Jonathan. Come on. Pepper is a licensed MD. You're just a holistic healer at best, and watching you jealously lash out is sadder than when you first launched your snake oil knockoff and called it Peppo. That's a true story. Look it up. And Dr. Pepper successfully sued your ass and made you change your little name to Mr. Pibb.
Is that true?
That's 100% true. Look it up. I do the math and I do the research. The doctor has a second prescription for you now, Jonathan. Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Deal with it. File it. A prescription that shouldn't take long for you to fill, considering your love of gambling and truck stop hookers has all but broken the house of Pibb financially. You've destroyed the house of Pibb, Jonathan. A house that was built on the shifty sands of a cola that we all know is just club soda and barbecue sauce. Bye-bye.
Damn. The house of Pibb destroyed.
The house of Pibb has fallen. Who will rise to take the throne? Next up, the best fans in baseball.
Oh, no.
You're going to get some emails after this. We fired up the self-proclaimed best fans in baseball this week when we reported and discussed record low attendance at Cardinals games this season. Well, the best fans in baseball put their renowned humility on display with a cavalcade of emails, regurgitated stolen talking points that they heard on TMA in the fast lane. Many even put in the body of the email that we are indeed, quote, the best fans in baseball, quote, thank you very much, which is fine, but honestly, it's also the equivalent of the guy who tried to give himself a nickname in high school. It doesn't always stick just because you want it to. I knew a kid we just called Blisters because he had a huge cold sore when he demanded we called him Big Hog Brian. It's the way it goes. Sometimes you don't get the nickname you want. My point is that it's not always up to you, you know? We understand your frustrations. We root for the birds too, but tread lightly because you sound more like a big old fat cardon than the best fans in baseball. Bye-bye.
I want them to have a card on.
Yeah. Rock cardon. That's cardon.
C-A-R-D.
FCC-C-A-R-D-O-N-S. Next up, 80s kids with inevitable mercury poisoning.
Whoops.
This is more of a preemptive goodbye to anyone from the 80s or 90s who ever had a fever. Yesterday, we found out after hearing the effects of mercury exposure at a local post office, we all came to the bone-chilling realization that our childhood and our parents, the people we trusted the most, thought it was a good idea to put a poisonous element that can cause brain and spinal cord damage if ingested inside a thin, breakable glass tube and then shove that tube in our little innocent butts and mouths to check if we were running a couple degrees hot during a common cold. Good thing there was nothing in our mouths that could shatter that glass, like, I don't know, multiple rows of the hardest bones in the human body made for gnashing and biting. So, if you can't remember where you put your keys or you're starting to forget people's names, it might be old age or it might be mercury slowly enveloping your brain cells and swallowing your soul one memory at a time. Farewell. To all of us. Next up, deadbeat dads.
Oh, happy Father's Day.
Father's Day's around the corner, and as we discussed this week, there's going to be some Facebook posts for you. We apologize. You don't even have to be a deadbeat dad. You could just be kind of half-assed. It's the only holiday where people will toast the good dads, but also roast the bad ones. So, be warned, Doug. It's on the way, buddy. Happy Father's Day to all the real ones out there, but not you, Doug.
Stay off the internet, Doug. Stay off the internet, Doug.
So stay off the
data, and
I get it.
Then the body just doesn't react.
I get it, and I empathize, but dude, that video lives forever. That video is on the internet every Father's Day.
Yeah,
worst moment of this guy's life.
He gets no Father's Day gifts.
That is a tough pill to swallow as a dad.
Every Father's Day, he's reminded of what a terrible father he was that day.
I think one of the kids died.
Really?
Oh, really?
God.
Yeah, at least according to the video.
Are we watching the same video?
Yeah, this didn't seem like the
It didn't
kids.
seem like the kids.
Seemed like
Yeah, I
she
don't
just
think
took a
they
swipe
died.
at him.
Let's see.
Because she was charged with
Let me bring it back up.
intentional infliction of a grave injury, but no death or anything.
Then this is a different situation. This happened again.
Good Lord.
Oh, man. Same lady?
Okay, so this one, are you guys talking about the one that happened in the Ohio grocery store parking lot?
No.
No, this is
No, that's a recent story.
Okay, that's a
no,
recent
that's
one.
a new story.
The kid was killed.
That's where the woman was laughing in court when they were reading her charges.
That's awful.
That happened this week. Anyway.
Wow.
See you, Rafe. Bye, Rafe.
Bye.
Hey, if you have permission as a dad to swing on anyone who pulls a knife on your kid, I don't care who they are. I'm going to leave with that.
Nice.
No,
Happy
you're
Father's Day, Rafe.
You are talking about the incident from, it was a couple weeks ago.
No,
And the woman was in court this week where she's laughing as charges are being read.
This is the one that I saw. And it
Rafe, is that
says-
the one?
Yeah.
That seems to be the one. Yes, that's the
Where
one.
the dad freezes. Okay, this
Yes,
happened.
that's the one.
This happened in 2019.
Play that real quick for the room.
You don't want to watch this.
It's not graphic.
It's not graphic.
Just like
Well, yeah, but you know what happened, and you
swipe at the kid.
even just seeing it. Let's see. Parents never striking
Well,
a
anyway,
second
listen.
time.
If you're not going to play it, we're not going to talk about it anymore. But it just watch a video on your own
And have a nice Father's Day.
and have a great Father's Day, everybody.
Yeah, he is just frozen.
He freezes. He freezes up. All right, let's crown the Freak of the Week champion.
Okay.
Shall we? So Lern read us 3 ads yesterday, and based on your votes, one of these ads will be moving on to the Freak of the Year playoffs, which should be starting soon. Here, we got to really—I say it every week, but we really got to start seeding all these past winners and getting this going soon. All right, so here's how it all shook out. In third place with 16% of your vote, it happened to be nominee number 3, Lars Flutbar, which was the gentleman who was jealous and angry at his cheating girlfriend, who happens to be a flautist. And she has all her flutes at his place, and he wants to do nasty things to her, very expensive flutes, and a piccolo.
Yes.
So
And the piccolo, don't forget.
Lars Flutbar, 16% in third place. Your runner-up with 17.6% of your vote, it was nominee number 1, which was Muhammad Ali.
No, this is the guy that wants to fight, but he wants a naked fight, and things are going to get whatever. He's looking for a man or a woman to take him on. And he said he'll bring the condoms, right?
No, for any man who responds, rubbers are required. He's not into direct man-to-man contact.
Oh, that's right.
He
You
doesn't
need to
swing
bring
that
it.
But the ladies, he is. So.
Bodily fluids will be going everywhere. And finally, here is your champion. Your official Craigslist Freak of the Week with 66.4% of your vote. It was nominee number 2, ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Gaseous Clay.
Fart fantasy, man for woman, 54 years old, London. I don't have a lot of time since I'm visiting, but I want someone to be open enough with me to fart directly into my face after we share some Indian food feasts. We're going to eat our way through the country with curries, tandoori fish, masala, and of course we cannot forget the naan. I'm a businessman who gets off on traveling and smelling the gas of women from different countries. Now, you wouldn't think of it, but we really all do smell differently. I found that Indian food will get us in and out of this experience in about 3 hours, so I hope you're ready to chow down, enjoy some light chatter, and then blast away in my face. We'll be at my hotel, 5-star accommodations. And don't worry if more happens. I've been at this for a long time, and I've witnessed it all. Accidents happen. A little poopy doesn't bother me. Message me, and I will let you know the restaurant where we can meet up. Please don't wear panties, and I would appreciate it if you do not have a bleached bunghole. Kind of ruins the whole vibe for me. Thanks.
All right, there you go. Gaseous Clay is our champion with 66.4% of your vote, and we appreciate all your votes. And we'll have 3 brand new combatants, we'll call them, next week. Thank you. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with your Friday fail stories. 8:04. Friday, traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. We got a center lane block due to a stalled vehicle 70 westbound at 141. There's also a crash on the entry ramp 270 southbound from 70 eastbound. Your point forecast, a muggy start this morning, high of 91 today. Right now it's 75 at the Point Studio.
We're talking about shopping local, right? STLmattressdirect.com. Mattress Direct, right here in St. Louis. Campbell Mattress, made here in Missouri. Missouri-made mattresses. Why pay to get a mattress made somewhere else and shipped here when you can get such a deal right here from Mattress Direct? And right now they're celebrating Campbell Mattress's 90th anniversary by giving you free sheets and 2 free pillows with a purchase of a Campbell mattress at Mattress Direct. Check them out now, STLmattressdirect.com.
Fan of eating locally. And when Sauce on the Side came to St. Louis, 12 years ago, I was like, what is this? And then you find out it's calzones, and then you're like, oh my gosh. And then you go to Sauce on the Side. By the way, 12 locations within 12 years. Excellent. They're popping up everywhere, as they should. It's delicious. And calzones just hit differently, I mean, it's just like a little... It's like a pie, like a little fold-over pie with whatever you want in it. You want to pile on the meats, you can do that. Are you a vegetarian? Cool. You want a dessert calzone? They got that. Maybe a kid calzone where your kids will actually eat something? They got you covered there. And they always have specials. And the special for June is the Tony Montana. Mozzarella, smoked ham, pulled pork, banana peppers, pickled cucumber and onions, Swiss cheese, honey mustard sauce on the side, hence the name, right? And by the way, just talking about like vegetarian and meatheads, also gluten-free. I know a lot of people have to eat gluten-free, and maybe you don't have as many options in the bread category and eating locally as you wish. Sauce on the Side has got your back. So you can get free delivery using the promo code LERN, L-E-R-N. You can find a location near you. The Edwardsville and Cottleville are the 2 newest locations. SauceOnTheSide.com.
Hi, I'm Rizz from the radio, and I've been playing guitar for about 10 months now, and that means I'm ready to teach you how to play guitar too. Are you ready to learn some fine licks? Well, I want you to take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music. In no time, I can get you playing like this. When you sign up for classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music, I will teach at least 1 class a week, 15 minutes only, and you'll get this commemorative tote bag. Achieve all your dreams. Learn how to play guitar. Yes, fine licks like this. Jimi Hendrix, B.B. King, Kurt Cobain, Stevie Ray Vaughan, John Denver did not take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music. And look how they turned out. After taking classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music, those panties will be melting off. And you'll be shredding your way to this commemorative tote bag. Classes are forming soon. This place for a little over a year now, and every time I come up here I discover something new, whether it be a new structure or just something hidden in part of the woods here. So a couple months ago, just spotted something in the woods, and what the hell is that? So I went exploring, and let me show you what I found. Check this out. That, my friends, is a hidden sawmill. So I drove out here one afternoon, and I said, what the hell is this? Well, you get all this cut wood. You got this wooden structure out here. I said, what is that? And then I go in here, it's a big saw. So this is a sawmill that was just hidden in the woods. So I guess what you do is that little pipe at the end there, you'd hook a tractor up to that and turn the PTO on, and that spins the blade. And it's where fun and fantasy meet. Have you been hearing all this talk about body paint lately? Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Patricia's has a variety of fun body paint that you could wear for a fun, sexy evening. It's going to be hot this weekend. Going to be hot and swampy. You got glow-in-the-dark body paint. You got edible body paint. You got kissable body paint. You've got skin couture body art accessories. Get a tattoo or accessorize for the short term without regret? Like Nippy's Flash Tattoos. Discreet, seductive body art accessories that are temporary so you can enjoy that stuff without regret. They got it all at Patricia's. Sexy costumes, sexy lingerie, lotions, lubes, vibrating toys, adult toys for women and men, male enhancers. They are the best over there. If you are planning the bachelor or bachelorette party, get all your party supplies at Patricia's. 3 very convenient locations: St. Peter's at the Cave Springs exit, on Page 3 miles east of Westport Plaza, and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. For all your fun and adult toys, it's Patricia's. It's where fun and fantasy meet.
105.7 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage. We are at Busch Stadium.
Busch
Kirk
Stadium.
Hammett from Metallica joining us today. Thank you. It's absolutely an honor to get the chance to meet you.
Cheers, likewise.
All right, so first we're going to talk about things that are not music related.
Okay.
I saw your Instagram post on Friday night about coming to St. Louis, looking for some comic book spots.
Yeah.
Did you find any?
Well, I found one spot, but you know what? I didn't have time enough to make it to the place.
Sure. It happens, I'm sure.
Or in other words, I had every intention on going today, but, I made the mistake of picking up my guitar in my hotel room, and 2.5 hours later, I put it down, and I thought, oh, well, there went my gallivanting around the city time.
Well, when I'm buying records, I find days where there's things where I either have it or just don't want it. Like with a collection of memorabilia and comics and things that you have horror related, do you have a tough time sometimes finding things you need and that you want and that aren't already in the collection?
Well, I just kind of just kind of leave myself open to just anything when I'm just out there and just out and about. It's crazy because just recently on the East Coast, I went out to a comic store to buy some comic books that I knew had just had just come out. And I found something that I'd been looking for like the last 20 years. And I did a double take. I was like, is that really what I think it is in the cabinet? And sure enough, it was. And I was just blown away because I've only known of one of these things through a book, another book, Right. I saw a picture of it in another book. I've never actually seen one, in the flesh. But lo and behold, there it was. And so I was like, oh my God! I just have to grab that thing.
Did you get excited for the find?
Oh, I couldn't believe it. I took pictures of it. I called a bunch of friends and I said, "Look what I found! Have you seen one of?"
With all the storms we've had lately and just the wild weather of the spring, have you had your roof checked out? Have you had your siding checked out? Have you had your gutters checked out? Well, you got to reach out to Gorilla Roofing. And what's awesome, if you go to GorillaRoofing.com. They will give you a free estimate. And plus, if you have damage on your roof, they're going to work with your insurance to make sure it's all taken care of and you don't have to worry about it and your roof's going to be safe. You don't want those leaks to happen in your house. That's very costly. So get it taken care of and get it done with the pros. These are guys that are born and raised right here in St. Louis, and they are absolutely incredible. They're a 5-star rated Google review because of this, because they truly are the best of the best. And plus, they use the best products. They have shingles that are made right here in Missouri, and they absolutely are incredible. So reach out to them. Again, they also do siding. So maybe you need to get your siding checked out and also your gutters. This is the team to do it. They are incredible. Gorilla Roofing, head over to GorillaRoofing.com to get that free estimate right now. Again, that's GorillaRoofing.com.
All right, it's Rizz, it's Jeff Burton backstage at Point Fest with Eric and Jeff from Stone Temple Pilots.
All right, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
You seem like you're like a morning radio show where you're all
A
amped
lot
up
of-
on caffeine.
Did you know I do a morning radio show? Yeah.
All right.
And a lot of cocaine.
Yeah. Hey.
Good morning. Actually, good afternoon. Hi.
It's kind of morning. That's why
To
I'm
me,
commenting
yeah.
on that. Yeah.
So how have the shows been so far? I mean, Jeff's the new guy. So what hazing has been going on, or any?
Did you ever see Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bars of soap and
yeah,
socks?
no, we haven't been doing that. But I just wondered if you saw the movie.
Of course I did.
It's a great movie.
He's just a big fan of the movie.
I thought.
All right, folks, time for your Friday Fail Story. It's all these people. They thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, my God, that perfect plan went completely sideways.
Yeah.
And it became an Uber. An ultra. Oh, man, I'm going to say it.
Don't you dare.
Mega.
Failed.
Unbelievable.
You sounded great, boss.
All right, Friday Fail Story sponsored by
Morris Royce Jewelry, my jeweler, your jeweler, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
So imagine having a look at your new father-in-law in the eye the day after doing something this stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, this is, I mean, to start off Friday Fail Stories with this is amazing. A young couple named Alex and Lydia Kessinger just got married in Utah. But Lydia wasn't exactly in tip-top shape thanks to a very dumb mattress-moving mistake they made the day earlier. You see, they were moving into a new place and wanted to get their mattress to the house, to the new place, before their wedding. So Alex tossed the mattress in the back of his truck and told Lydia, hey, just lie in it to weigh it down.
Okay.
Lie on the mattress in the back of the truck to weigh it down.
It all
Did
works
you have any
out.
like zip tie? What ties?
He
Like,
was
what,
a couple bungee cords.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing about 50 when the mattress fell off, flew out of the truck. Lydia was still on it. She ended up with super serious road rash. Her arms, face scraped up. She broke her 2 front teeth. Then once she stopped skidding across the pavement, she had to get up to dodge traffic.
Oh my Lord.
All in all, she's lucky to be alive. And despite the injuries they went through at the wedding the next day, it happened in very late April, but they just told their story because last Thursday was National Secure Your Load Day.
Can you imagine being her dad?
That's what I'm saying. It's meant to encourage people to be more careful when transporting stuff like maybe use a rope or a bungee cord next time.
Failed.
Here's the happy couple explaining what happened.
Wasn't really thinking, just was thinking of the fastest possible way to get the mattress from A to B, which just happened to be throwing the mattress in the back and putting Lydia on top.
That sounds great. I'll just hold the mattress down in the back of the truck. I remember the whole thing other than landing. I flew out just screaming, and then I remember just rolling on the street.
I'm looking in my rearview mirror and I see my fiance rolling away from me. First thought was that she had died.
Yep.
A lot of people were able to overlook the stupidity and really come and support both of us in the time that we needed it.
I for one, am not so easily looking past the stupidity.
Yeah.
I mean, she's kind of dumb for getting back there, right?
I don't know, man. I can see in my younger days.
Yeah,
I think it's a good
doing
idea.
it, but saying you got to go slow. I mean,
Yeah, he was going 50.
Yeah, 50.
Right.
Yeah.
We've all seen videos of like somebody trying to put a mattress on top of a Ford Escort or something, you know, and it always just flies off
Yeah.
and does some
Oh,
colossal
man.
damage.
Yeah. I just remember being a teenager and we had to hold on to some chairs in the back of a truck so they wouldn't slide off.
Yeah,
We
but
did that dumb thing.
But nobody's going 50 or 60
No.
like you're putting.
Yeah, and she's lucky to be alive.
Yep.
Somebody should have told this guy that authenticity isn't all that important when you're making porn. Here we go. 33-year-old cop in Nashville, Sean Herman, just got charged with 2 felonies for filming an OnlyFans video in his real police uniform. So he made the video on April 26, got fired in early May, but they just announced the charges yesterday. So the video shows him conducting a fake traffic stop, again in his full uniform, reaching into the woman's car, fondling her chest. You never see his face, but you do see his squad car. And he used the fake name Officer Johnson because, of course, it's foreign. But they figured out who he was, and he's facing 2 counts of felony official misconduct. Idiot. Here is some audio from the OnlyFans.
You know what, Bordeaux? No. All right, well, I got you going 65 and I'm 45 back there, okay? You have your license and registration on you?
I actually don't have it in this car, but what if I show you these?
Well, I can see
She's hot, too.
anytime.
Yeah, she's pretty hot, too. I'm just saying. In case you're wondering.
Thank you.
What did she show him?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Her breasts.
Her big breasts.
Her big.
Voluptuous, gorgeous breasts.
Yep.
You've got to specify.
Yep. But was it worth it? I don't know, officer. I guess this guy won't be wishing his dad a happy Father's Day. 52-year-old guy named Sean Bigwood. He was arrested after driving from South Carolina to Florida and trying to kill his father.
Okay.
Sean showed up at Dad's house, started shooting at the place. He fired dozens of shots. And he did hit his father and his father's friend, who was there to help his dad, quote, set up a pig trap. It's Florida. This happened back in February. Both victims have since recovered. The investigation took a couple months, and Sean's dad knew he was a shooter. When he called 911, he said, quote, I can't believe my a-hole son shot me up. The motive was supposedly a property dispute, but the father and son have not been on good terms for a while. Son's in jail.
Failed.
Here's a great excuse to run from the cops.
Okay.
A woman from Lake County, Florida was arrested after fleeing from a traffic stop because she, quote, couldn't afford to go to jail. Cops last Friday tried pulling over 33-year-old Corinne Perkins, but she said nope and took off. Cops didn't chase, but another deputy was able to find the abandoned car, called in the dogs, find her at her house, taken into custody. She said she drove away from the stop because she couldn't afford to go to jail. Car was unregistered, driver's license revoked, being charged with felony fleeing and attempting to elude law enforcement. She remains in jail on a $7,500 bond.
Failed.
Let's stay in Florida, guys. A 73-year-old guy in Florida is in jail after he was caught walking around his neighborhood naked at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Damn it, Dale.
This was at the Recreation Plantation RV Resort in Lady Lake last Sunday. Police rolled out to the RV park after a bunch of people called in. There was a random naked guy walking around. They found the guy at his camper. He answered the door, quote, wearing a T-shirt as shorts, which, with his junk exposed through the neck of the shirt.
Okay, so wait.
Huh?
Okay, so he had legs through the armholes.
Yes.
So I'm imagining kind of like a cut-off sleeve. Thighs are out, junk is out, and he's maybe holding it up like some sort of pervy sack.
He put his feet, he put his feet through the legs,
Yeah.
and where the neck hole is, that's where all his bits were.
Yeah, right.
Legs through the armholes.
No, legs through where the neck is.
So did he?
So he put the T-shirt on
upside down.
Can you get
and
up?
the neck hole.
Yeah, legs through the arms.
Legs through the arms.
Legs through the arms.
Yeah, right.
And
And the junk through the neck hole.
Through the neck hole,
I'm with you. I got it.
It's
What a
anti-support.
scene.
It's clothes without
It's
support.
It's anti-gravity.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
What a scene.
The doctor tells you, you need to get him some more air. Well, this seems reasonable.
I was hot.
He, of course, became uncooperative as he was being taken into custody. During the arrest, he told cops, quote, there are nude beaches in Florida, so he could be nude in the neighborhood. No, you can't.
And I have a shirt on.
Failed.
Yeah, I got a shirt on, officer. Still in Florida, guys.
Yay.
A woman in Lakeland, Florida was arrested after robbing a McDonald's. How was she busted? Well, she used to work there and was recognized by her former coworkers. 33-year-old Aisha Williams walked into the McDonald's just after midnight last Sunday. She had a gun and a note. Forced the employee to the back and took their phones. She demanded cash, which was put inside a bank bag. She gave everybody their phones back before bouncing. When cops came, employees said, oh, yeah, that was Aisha. She used to work here. Cops picked her up about a half hour later.
Oh, yeah, we know her.
Failed.
You could throw a temper tantrum on your third birthday and get away with it, but this is verging on a little too old. A guy in Southern California is facing charges after throwing a huge tantrum at his 39th birthday party and then firing a gun at a police helicopter. It happened in March, but the charges were just announced. 39-year-old Justin Jennings had been doing some heavy drinking at his party, caused such a scene that his family members started to leave. As they were filtering out, he grabbed a rifle and unloaded a full magazine inside the house, which prompted everybody else to leave, which, yes, party's over, guys. Once the birthday boy gets his gun out and starts shooting up his own house.
Time to pack up the potato
That's
salad.
when it's starting, isn't it?
One of the family members called the cops, and a police helicopter started circling outside, so Justin went upstairs and started popping off shots.
Jeez.
He continued firing at the helicopter for at least 20 minutes, but eventually surrendered. Nobody was hurt. Facing charges for attempting to damage, destroy, or disable an aircraft. And the next birthday he celebrates as a free man might be his 59th because he will be facing 20 years in prison.
Failed.
Worth it.
Man.
Where is the worst place? Where is the worst place to to break into a car?
In a police station lot.
Right, outside a police station, wouldn't you say?
I would assume.
Yep.
Where's the second place? Where's the second worst place to break into a car?
On a military base.
Outside of an MMA gym.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Oh.
Top 3 for sure.
That's not a good one.
At least that's a top 3er. So that's what happened last week. Outside of a mixed martial arts gym in Indianapolis. 18-year-old guy who works at the gym, trained in jiu-jitsu, saw the dude breaking into a car, walked outside, confronted the thief, took him to the ground almost immediately, and then choked him unconscious to eliminate the threat of danger so he could call the police. The fighter said that he hopes the thief, quote, gets the help he needs.
That's nice.
Failed.
Okay, on the show Transformers, which I love Transformers. As a
Love
kid.
it. Love it.
Loved it. You like the movies?
I like the Michael. That's the only
the movies
connection
are
I have
fine.
to them.
The movies are fine.
I like them.
Michael
Yeah.
Bay.
I freaking loved the show. I loved the show so much that I went to the GoBots. Like I was a,
Yeah,
I was a give me
liked it
more,
too.
even if
GoBots.
it's GoBots.
So on Transformers, Optimus Prime once said, sometimes even the wisest of men or machine can make an error. And maybe that's what happened here. The police in Austin, Texas have arrested Optimus Prime for driving a stolen vehicle. Not the character Optimus Prime, but a 37-year-old guy named Optimus Prime Blakely.
Love it.
That's his name, his real name.
Hell yeah.
Optimus Prime Blakely.
That's a cool name.
Optimus was stopped by officers last week after he was seen driving a vehicle that was reported stolen. There is no description of the vehicle. But as a robot in disguise, Optimus Prime took cover as a red and blue semi-truck. So Optimus was taken into custody and taken to Travis County Jail, being held on $8,000 bond, last I checked.
Failed.
You think Elon Musk's next child's going to be named Optimus? I feel like it
never know
will.
with that guy.
I wonder, does he identify as a transformer?
Yes, Scott.
Okay.
Good question, though.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. You're welcome. A couple more for you. Listen, I'm trying to make sense of the story, so I'm just going to read it as it was being reported.
Okay.
A woman from Florida was arrested last week after she called 911 on herself while trying to steal a car from a dealership so she could, quote, do it legally. Again, I don't understand what this is about. I don't know why she did this, and I don't know what that means. 37-year-old Christy Turman called the Lee County Sheriff's Office because she wanted authorities to know. During the 911 call, she said, and I quote, because I'm trying to steal a car that's not legally mine, so y'all better come make a report. I'm reporting this.
Because I'm trying to steal a car. That's not okay.
This is exactly what verbatim what she said to 911. Cops got to the dealership. Christy was exiting the driver's side of a stolen Toyota Corolla. She told cops she was being trained in a game of black ops to steal a car, but called them to make her carjacking legal. Arrested, facing trespassing charges.
That's not how that works.
Failed.
I have no idea what that meant,
Weird, man.
but I felt it was my duty to put it in Friday Fail
Thank
Stories.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Every now and then, it's fun to check in on how criminals are innovating technology, right?
Yeah, sometimes
This
they're a couple steps ahead.
This is an example of that. And this is our Friday Fail Story finale. 53-year-old guy in Vegas named Donald Malone tried to rob a bank 2 weeks ago. And instead of giving the clerk a note, like an old school paper note, he showed them a pre-written note on an iPad. It said, give me large bills only, don't try anything, and don't give any trackers or die packs. Okay? Teller activated the silent alarm, of course, and another worker approached her station. The robber got spooked and ran off. Next morning, Donald brought his iPad to another bank to try again. This time it said, I am heavily armed. Don't move and don't be suspicious and act like nothing's going on. The teller handed over $1,000 in cash. Police caught up with Donald, charged him with robbery, burglary, and attempted robbery. They also confiscated the iPad.
Failed.
But I think that's a fun little check-in on how we're robbing banks nowadays.
It is cool.
How's my driving?
It's modern,
Yep.
man.
It is modern.
I like this. Yeah.
All right, and those are your Friday Fail Stories. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, and we'll give away some stuff. We're just going to play Gay Bar Steakhouse, real quick game. We have Third Eye Blind tickets, Third Eye Blind yellow card coming up in a couple weeks, June 29th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Primus with Conan and Cambria. Co-headlining Bill, Saturday night, August 3rd at St. Louis Music Park. And we got tickets to go see Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats, October 30th at Chaffetz. Gay Bar Steakhouse, simple game. Lern is going to read you the name of a business, and you tell us if the establishment is a steakhouse or a gay bar. You will have Moon as a lifeline.
Nice.
I'm so good at this.
So good at this.
So good at this.
You can count on me.
Put it in the bank, buddy. Put that correct answer in the bank.
trying to just bring the good energy.
2 out of 3 right, you win. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Gay bar or steakhouse is next. It is 8:30. It is Friday. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. There's all sorts of trouble on 70 right by 270 in the Rock Road. It looks like we got 3 lanes blocked through a crash now, 70 eastbound at the Rock Road. Further west, there's a crash on the M2 ramp, 270 southbound from 70 eastbound. Just some delays that are starting up 70 westbound between 270 and it looks like the Rock Road. I would avoid there right now. Your point forecast today: it's a muggy start this morning, high of 91, and then tomorrow it's 92. By Sunday, we're talking heat index of 104 with a high of 99 degrees.
This is a swamp ass alert.
It's going to be icky for Father's Day. Take them outside. Go fishing. Right now it's 76 at the Point Studio.
Hey, so welcome back to the farm. In the last video, you saw me on the tractor with the brush hog in the field, trying to get everything all good. Kind of a pain. So I called in reinforcements. My friends from McCoy Construction and Forestry, they're here, and they brought toys. Hi, guys.
Hey, what's going on, Rizz?
Chad and Steve and Mike. Okay, so we got some mowers, because I need some help in the field.
Absolutely.
So you guys saw me with the big brush hog, and with the elderberry plants out there, I can't really get close to the plants with that big brush hog.
Sure.
So this is for more of a precision cut.
Yes, absolutely. That allow you to get a little closer to those elderberries. So at this point, this is a bad boy commercial zero-turn machine.
It literally is a bad boy. It says bad boy on it.
And it'll cut a lot of grass in that pasture up
The
there.
leading causes of death for men in the United States is heart disease. 1 in every 4 male deaths, half of those who die from heart disease, they have no previous symptoms. Now, look, maybe you have heart disease in your family. I have it in mine. We are made of the storylines and the health lines of our family members, right? And that can be really scary. And so that is why when you start to really be conscious and think about, okay, I got to be in the best shape ever. I got to be taking care of myself, staying hydrated, getting all of the vitamins and nutrients that my body needs to both, have for the daily, but also the long term. Also, maybe hormones could be a contributing factor to something that's in your health bloodline. You just never know. Victory Men's Health is there for you, whether you're having issues now, if you're somebody who wants to be on this earth for a long time and you want to get ahead of anything that could be coming your way, or maybe you've already had some things happen and you haven't been taking it serious. Victory Men's Health can help you with anything you have going on, guys. And honestly, you're neglecting your health. I know you are. You need to get on it. Simple blood test will tell you what is happening at a microcellular level. You can talk about your health bloodline, like what's in your family, and they can get a plan based around what you need. Okay, it's customized for you. Get over to the locations, victorymenshealth.com.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and Kevin from Candlebox joined. How are you, sir? Great to see you, man. Great to see you. So there is so much to talk about with you, and had the great fortune of being a chat with you a few weeks ago. But there's some things that I wanted to talk that we talked about then that I'd like to talk about again today. 25th anniversary of the Candlebox debut.
Isn't that an amazing thing at this point? How do you, as the guy that did it and was the key element in this, how do you look back and see the staying power of this thing? Because it's still a very relevant record.
I know, it's kind of crazy. I don't know, man. I wake up every day and I pinch myself that I've been fortunate enough to have this career, you know? I mean, it's a wild thing to turn 49 years old and know that I've been doing this for 25 years and that people still listen to the record, and you know, the royalty check comes in every April and every October, and you're just like, wow, this is crazy that this record still sells like it does, you know? I mean, I'm lucky. We're one of the bands that was able to make money off of albums, you know? So I don't know. It's paid my rent for a long time. I'm very happy about that.
Absolutely so. Now, let's go back a little bit to the beginning of this ride for you. I would assume at that particular time in Seattle, Washington, there was a feeding frenzy for bands because that first tier had already signed and blown up and all that sort of thing. How did the courting of Candlebox happen, and how did you settle on Maverick with Madonna?
Well, that's an interesting story. Our bass player wasn't 21 when we started the band, so you weren't able to play in the clubs in Seattle. You had to be 21 in order to play in a bar. So we played a lot of like the all-ages festivals or shows around town, or you know, friends' house parties, something like that. So when he did turn 21, June of '92, we were invited to play a showcase last minute for BMI in the city. They asked us to go on at 7 o'clock. Doors were at 6:30. They're like, you got 20 minutes to impress whoever's here. And back then in Seattle, of course, like you said, everybody was looking for another band.
Worry less. That's what Byerly RV is here to help you do. Now, Byerly RV is here to help us do anything in the RV lifestyle, whether you are an old veteran or you're not even new to RVing, you're looking to be new to RVing, but I know it can be intimidating. That's where Byerly RV is just so freaking amazing. They are the center of the RV world. And the RV community, by the way, we rented from Byerly RV and we took it down to Florida for Disney World, and we discovered that what they say is true. The RVing community is so friendly, so welcoming, so amazing. It will take that intimidation away immediately. As soon as you walk into Byerly RV, you'll realize that not only do they have the new RVs, the pre-owned, the motorhomes, the Class A's, the Class C's, all the different options, but they really have just such a personal service for you to make sure that you are comfortable and that you're enjoying every single day as an RV owner or renter. They've got the service department. They've got the parts department. They have a rental department, so you can find out exactly, you know, what fits for you, what floor plans, what type of RV might be for you. Use the rental program to get into it and feel comfortable with RVs. You don't need a CDL to rent from Byerly RV. They've got financing. They've got a YouTube channel. They've even got storage indoor and outdoor. Byerly RV is absolutely incredible. They are my friends now. We rented and we are renting again from Byerly RV as soon as possible. The center of the RV world. Tell them Moon sent you. ByerlyRV.com.
All right, backstage at Point Fest, and for the first time playing our fantastic festival, a rock and roll band that we have come to like quite a bit in the last 6 to 9 months. Gentlemen, it's great to see you from Bad Flower. Welcome to St. Louis and welcome to Point Fest. It's great to have you.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
So I want
talking into the fart mics.
Talking into the fart mics, absolutely. The first thing that I just want to like kind of cut straight to it. The song Promise Me we're playing right now, and I love it.
Thank you.
Like, I absolutely love it. When we play it, I honestly feel like it jumps out of the speakers and just, I don't know, man, I think it just sounds great, but it definitely sounds different than the first two singles before it. I'm assuming that was a purposeful move on you guys' part.
I think if it was up to me, Promise Me would have been the first single. But there were tactics involved as to why we went and did it in the order that we did. And I'm glad that we did it in the order that we did, because Ghost was such a huge success. And then Heroin, we didn't expect to also be such a huge success. So it was cool to sort of like seal that and now come out with our song that is way less on the rock side that everybody knows us to be. Mm-hmm. And it shows more of who we really are, which is a more diverse group.
Right. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Promise Me went #1 at Active Rock over the weekend.
Heroin
went number one.
I was like, it did? No.
There we go. Hey, already screwed up this interview.
Yeah, no, Heroin is currently number one.
We just went there. The reason that I say that is because on the alternative side of things,
Yeah.
Promise Me is the one that we are playing right now.
Totally.
But you know, when you see those kinds of things happen, when you see, you know, the song move up the charts and see people start to play it and really react to it, as a young band, I just cannot imagine that sort of feeling. It has to be just a really rewarding thing, because I'm sure it's something they've been working on for quite some time. Obviously have a lot invested in it. When you start seeing the comeback, more people at the gigs, how does that trigger in your mind?
It is rewarding, but it also it becomes.
Not talking about, you know, buying a car, buying a boat, or buying a house. You know, cool, man. Kind of like, those are exciting things to talk about. But for all that stuff, you need insurance. Not the sexiest thing to talk about, but it's a necessity. I want you to save money on your car insurance, your home insurance, your boat insurance, your motorcycle insurance. Call Tracy Bibb at Allstate Insurance. She's been my agent for a long, long time now, over a decade. Now, with Allstate and Tracy Bibb, you get the personal attention from your agent that you wouldn't get anywhere else. Most people have never met or even talked to their agent. It's just some name on a sign. But Tracy Bibb is a real person. And she's going to work with you to make sure you have the right type of coverage for when something happens. Not if, but when. We're all going to have a claim in our lifetime with either our car or our house. And when claims do arise, Tracy Bibb is going to make the claims process easy and quick. Get a hold of Tracy Bibb for a non-committal quote. It's free and it's easy. We have all our policies. They're Tracy Bibb. We got the cars, we got the house, we got an umbrella policy, and our life insurance policies. 314-328-4260. 314-328-4260. It's no fib. You're in good hands with Tracy Bibb.
Well, here we are at the Chaffetz Arena, gigantic show tonight with the Killers, joined by Brandon and Ronnie. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. Yeah. I love the album. Wonderful, Wonderful is out now. It is it's such a great record. I think very much worth the wait. I want to know first things first about Jackknife Lee. That produced this record for you. I know there were a couple of other guys as well that did a track, but I want to know about a producer and what his role is with you guys and how you know he's the right one to work with you guys on something like this.
Well, it's different. I mean, every producer is a very, it's a very, that word casts a very large net. Mm-hmm. They can be, there are some people that just get in a room and sit Indian style and give you vibe. And some people that, the other end of the spectrum is actually, they play with you and they're like a fifth member of the band or.
You know, when you were talking about it being hot and very swampy on Father's Day Sunday.
99.
99 degrees.
104 heat index.
Yeah, people are still obsessing over great last-minute gift ideas for Dad. And according to Google Trends, the top searches for gifts for dads over the past week are gifts for dads who have everything, who want nothing, and who don't like anything. Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's what my kids are Googling. What do we get Dad? He doesn't like anything.
Just leave him alone. Let him have a day.
Well, according to a survey, most dads want to spend Father's Day outdoors, not inside opening presents. Not this guy. It's going to be 99 degrees out. I do not want to be outside.
Go bowling.
Go bowling?
Yeah.
I don't like bowling.
Okay, never mind.
Again, what to get a guy who doesn't like anything?
My father hates everything. What does he actually want for Father's Day?
75% of dads say their ideal Father's Day is spent outdoors, doing stuff like hiking, camping, barbecuing, fishing. And they prefer making food on a grill over going to a restaurant. And if you do insist on getting a gift, there's no need to think outside the box. Like 33% of dads say they prefer practical gifts, like they'll actually use.
There's not even a need for a box. Don't even go to great lengths to wrap or anything. Just
give it to
Give
them.
it to him.
Here you go.
Like they want gear for their hobbies and other everyday items. And remember, this week we heard that the top gifts dads want are gift cards to Amazon or Lowe's and Home Depot. Or get your father set up to try something new. Some dads say they're interested in taking up a new hobby, like fishing or pickleball or, biking. I don't know.
Get Dad
kayaking.
Get Dad a subscription to Hustler magazine. You know, don't even tell him. Go, Dad, it'll arrive in the mail.
That's not a thing anymore.
Well, or whatever. You know, or go to a antique store around town and go get Dad a bundle of 1987 issues of Playboy.
Get your dad an OnlyFans gift card.
There you go.
Here, Dad, here's a gift card for OnlyFans. Sign up for whoever you want.
Tell Dad that you will actually give him your credit card so that you're paying for the OnlyFans subscription. Mom will never know.
Is it just me or does...
Oh, my gosh, dude. You guys are the weirdest.
Does social media really ratchet up the self-induced pressure and FOMO of gift giving? Yeah, it does.
Does what?
Does social media really ratchet up the self-induced pressure and FOMO of gift giving? Yeah.
Gift giving.
Gift giving.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I thought you meant, is there more pressure because dads are seeing that stuff? Definitely not.
No, the pressure is on the gift giver.
Yeah. The pressure, it's gotten out of hand. I've been arguing this forever. I always come off like the a-hole, but, come on, man.
If you come up with a clever idea, it'll come naturally, and it won't be something you could just find by poring over dozens of lists online, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Your best bet might be something small that you like and you think they'd enjoy, or helping them with a bigger purchase that they get to pick out. Just don't get garbage. I think that's the big deal with dads. The waste.
To be honest, you know what I want? I want peace. And you know how I'm going to get that?
How?
Being alone.
No.
Yes.
I mean, okay, that's fine, but whatever. This is how I get peace. You know what I want for today? How about you take out the trash when you're the one that puts something on the very top and it's full?
Again with the trash. The second time this week that you've talked about this.
Oh my gosh.
So this is something that you really do want.
Well, just doing chores without being
understand.
reminded.
Yeah,
How about,
nice.
How about you do your own dishes?
Yeah.
If I could just get a day where you do your own dishes, you pick up your freaking shoes.
And if this costs nothing.
Yeah. I mean, and if it costs if that's great lengths for you, well then
There's a problem.
Show me your love in great lengths.
Do something without being reminded to do it. That'd be great.
I got my
in the Rizz house too.
My stepdad a point T-shirt from the prize closet.
Oh, nice.
So
he's gonna
like that.
Way to
Extra
go
large.
all out.
What's up?
Way to go all out. All right. So according to Google Trends, the most searched Father's Day sales are grills, tools, and TVs, and then golfing and fishing equipment. The most searched for Father's Day recipes are potato salad, egg salad, sourdough bread, French toast, and chocolate cake.
Where are the wings at?
Dude, I did I had steaks. I ordered all these nice steaks and all this stuff, and I had a full-on grill out for my dad once, like a Father's Day thing. And they participated, and I'm pretty sure while we were outside eating the dinner, my dad's like, "This is great. Don't do this again." I'm pretty sure he told me right then during the Father's Day dinner, "Hey man, I really appreciate this. Don't do this again." You don't.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't want to make you feel bad about it.
No. He doesn't. It's not. Listen, I've grown up with this.
I know, but even
Nothing
if I
makes me feel bad.
If I didn't want it, I wouldn't. Dads are not going to hurt your feelings. In fact, when asked if you don't like a gift from your kids, do you tell them you don't like it or pretend to like it?
You pretend.
And 90% of dads say they'll pretend to like it.
Okay, yeah, my dad's the most honest and dry delivery guy ever when it comes to this kind of stuff, which I totally appreciate. I love it. It doesn't fit very well in society. I've learned this the hard way by, emulating my parents, but I love their direct approach with everything.
Sometimes that's best.
It's always the best in our family.
I appreciate the direct approach.
There is no BS.
Although I don't want to hurt feelings.
I prefer the way Jerry does it, where I get him a Paul McCartney Beatles book for Christmas, and then a couple years later, my sister inherited it from some reason. He's just like, I don't need this.
He gave him away?
Yeah, my sister was like, hey, I got this great cookbook, this Linda McCartney cookbook from Dad, because it's a vegetarian cookbook. And I go, I gave that to It was like a vintage.
Jerry, a vegetarian cookbook?
He's a huge Paul McCartney fan. Linda McCartney's dead.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It's a collector's item.
Oh, it's a collector's item.
Yes.
Not because he likes vegetarian recipes.
No, but you got two essential vegetarians in the family that he doesn't know how to cook for, and I thought, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Now it lives in Colorado with my sister.
That's awesome.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to get my dad the Ringo Starr Meat of the Month calendar. Because Ringo.
Because it's a collector's item.
He really loves me. Yeah, he probably is. That's why they live forever, dude.
Dude, my trouble is the whole thing is my dad doesn't want gifts, doesn't care, but he himself is probably the best gift giver in the family, because that's like one of his languages, I suppose. But he doesn't care to receive it. Very strange. Puts me in a rough spot.
So hey, if your dad doesn't live around you, make sure you give him a call at least. on
my
Sunday.
best.
Hopefully, you've never had to call him about these other things. So a poll asked about different scenarios, whether you'd call your mom or your dad.
Love it.
So it found moms are more likely to get the call when kids need emotional support, like you're sick or you did bad, on a test at school. But when dealing with more serious issues, dad is the one we're more likely to turn to. 59% of young adults would call their dad first if they crashed the family car. And 62% will call dad instead of mom if they were sitting in a jail cell. How about that?
All right.
Cool.
Are you calling mom or dad if you're in jail?
When they get in the
mom.
biggest
Dad.
trouble, we're the ones that got to figure it out.
Well, no, I can't call my dad, nor can you.
It's good pressure.
Well, you call Jerry.
I could call Jerry, but
You guys can call me if you're ever arrested. Just call me.
Thank you.
I've already got my person I'm calling if I'm in jail.
Oh yeah.
And my wife is not available.
your boss.
It's not me.
Yeah.
I'm
Did I-
calling. No, it's Tommy.
Yeah, I nailed it.
It's Tommy the boss.
Tommy, I need help. He's the fixer.
I need a lawyer and help.
Tommy is the person I'm calling.
I don't
That's
blame
a great idea, actually.
When you were a kid, if you got in a car accident, who would you call first?
My dad.
Would it be your dad?
Oh, 1,000,000%. 1 bazillion%. No offense, Ma, but Dad's getting the call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
He's also less
Okay,
apt to
Dad's
yell. No offense, Ma.
My mom's the fixer for me for all things. So I would call her, and I would still call her.
No, my dad was always the voice of reason, and could talk me off a ledge. Mm-hmm. He would be the first call.
Yeah. If I were a kid and I got in a car accident or jail or any of that, and I called my dad, he would listen and go,
Yeah, I guess you're staying in jail.
well, I'm sure it would start with, well, which just buys him a few seconds to then go, son, you're in trouble now.
Yeah. Is your dad bailing you out, or is he making you sit there?
Man.
Your dad would bail you out. He'd do the same thing my dad would do. He would always claim he'd never do that. And as soon as the thing would happen, he'd come bail you out.
Yeah, you're probably right. He would probably say did you do it? Or what'd you do?
Dad?
What'd you
Yeah,
do?
I'd rather stay in jail than get a lecture though on the way home.
That's true.
I'm not sure he would. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Oh, it would be silence.
I think it would be silence, which is
silence on the
far
way home.
worse.
Listen, Mom, taught us most of the life skills that we need to survive this cold, hard world. But Dad came through with some gems of his own. So this is stuff that Dad's taught us that Moms never could, like shirts or dish towels with a collar. All right?
Yeah.
Dad taught us that. You could sneak booze into a football game with a Pringles can. Dad told us that. There's no better place to spend a Sunday afternoon than Costco. Dad's taught us that. Roadhouse isn't a movie, it's a spiritual journey.
Yep.
Dad's told us that. By the way, if you have to ask which one, your dad card has been officially revoked.
Whoa.
Shorts could never have enough pockets. Dad's told us that. Closing the door while using the bathroom is a matter of personal choice. Dad's told us that. Chicken wings or a meal. Dad's told us that. Every team commits pass interference except for ours.
Exactly right.
Dad's told us that.
Yep, that's a good lesson.
Your grandfather was way tougher on him than he ever was on you.
You're darn right.
Dad told us that.
I'm still teaching that.
And always blame the dog for that smell. Dad's told us that. We love you, Mom, but, Dad's impart some kind of wisdom that you never could.
That's right.
And for that, we appreciate you. And much love on Sunday for Father's Day. Stay inside. It's going to be swampy out. Thank you. I'm calling Tommy if I'm ever incarcerated.
All right.
Or I need something. No offense to you guys here. I love you. I
No,
love
it's
you
all
all.
good.
This is
I don't
smart
want to
call.
have to help you.
Yeah, well, thanks. All right, let's give away some stuff. Learn how to run into the room real quick. So
Honestly, Tommy will probably call me and go, hey, you got to go pick up your idiot coworker. He's in jail.
Learn's back. All right, Moon, don't look at the play sheet.
All right, man.
We're playing Gay Bar Steakhouse. Perfect for Father's Day. All right, so Lern's going to read the name of a business, and you tell us if the establishment is a steakhouse or a gay bar. 2 out of 3 right, you win, and you have a Moon Lifeline if you need. And if you happen to win, you get your choice of prizes. Tickets to go see Third Eye Blind with special guest Yellow Card. Coming up in a couple weeks, June 29th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Conan Cambria, co-headlining show, Saturday night, August 3rd at St. Louis Music Park. And we got tickets to go see Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats, October 30th at Chaffetz Arena. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Let's start with Stephen in O'Fallon. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning.
All right, Stephen, here we go. Gay bar or steakhouse?
All right, Stephen. Firebirds in Newark, Delaware.
Firebirds. Go steakhouse.
Steakhouse, yes. 1 for 1. Here we go.
Stephen, Second Story in Chicago. Is that a gay bar or steakhouse?
Gay bar.
Yes, and we got a winner.
We got a winner, Stephen.
All right, hang on. Alicia in Crystal City. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning.
All right, let's go with gay bar or steakhouse.
Alicia, Sweetwater's in Westfield, New Jersey. Is that a gay bar or steakhouse?
Gay bar.
Steakhouse. Next.
All right, Doogie's in Manchester, New Hampshire. Gay bar or steakhouse?
Gay bar.
Yes.
Very good.
All right, comes down to this. Here we go.
Alicia, Friends Tavern in Queens, New York. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
Don't forget you got Moon here.
Can I use Moon?
Yes, you can.
Of course you can.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Moon. Moon.
The drummers are drumming.
Friends Tavern in Queens, New York. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
For the big win, show me steakhouse. Oh,
Bye, Alicia.
Gosh, dang it.
Friends Tavern
I was just
is
kidding.
a gay bar.
in the wrong column, show me steakhouse. Got to be a gay bar.
Kyle in St. Louis. Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning.
All right, Kyle, here we go. Gay bar or steakhouse?
Kyle, the Blue Whale in Bayshore, New York. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
Let's go steakhouse.
No, that's a gay
bar.
bar. The Blue Whale.
Good luck, Kyle. Here we go. Sullivan's in Anchorage, Alaska. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
We'll go steakhouse again.
Sullivan's
We're
is
on a roll.
steakhouse. Here we go.
Kyle, it comes down to this. Little Joe's in Honolulu, Hawaii. Is it a gay bar or a steakhouse?
Gay bar.
Failed.
Sorry, Kyle.
Steakhouse. Bummer.
Well, I'm not the only one losing out here.
Joe in Lebanon. Joe.
Happy Friday, my people.
Hey, Joe, happy Friday, buddy. Let's go.
Joe, Wolf Lodge Inn in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Is that a steakhouse or a gay bar?
Steakhouse.
Yes.
I would have said steakhouse. Coeur d'Alene is super,
Coeur d'Alene is where
super conservative.
Dan Cummins lives.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gorgeous, and it's every other person you meet, you can tell.
You don't think there are any gay bars in Coeur d'Alene?
Honestly, maybe not. I've been there a couple times. I'm serious. I've been there a couple times, and it.
Looking for gay bars, and you couldn't find any.
I was, yeah. I mean, I've been there before.
Are there any gay bars
Where
here?
are all the
No,
gay
we're in
bars
Coeur
at?
d'Alene.
Hello.
All right, Joe. The Garage in Las Vegas, Nevada. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
Lern, I'm going to go gay bar. Final answer.
The Garage is a gay bar.
What's up, Joe?
Parking in the rear. What? You could park out back. Mm-hmm. Garage is a gay bar. Tom in Belleville. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Tom.
Good morning, Tom. Here we go. Gay bar or steakhouse?
Okay, Tom, I want you to think real hard. BJ Roosters in Atlanta, Georgia. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
Gay bar.
PJ Roosters is a gay bar, yes.
Outstanding. Tom Doogie's in Manchester, New Hampshire. Gay bar or a steakhouse?
All right.
Steakhouse.
No, I already had that one,
We already
too.
had that one, and that's a gay bar.
That's a gay bar.
By the way, when I look up top 10 gay bars in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Chili's pops up first.
Okay.
Oh.
Good to know.
But there are gay bars in Coeur d'Alene.
Chili's, huh?
Yeah,
Chili's is one of the top gay bars in Coeur d'Alene.
Chili's.
It's probably an
Happy
ad, but
Pride
it's
Month.
on
All right.
the top of the list.
Tom, Cowboy Brazilian in Columbia, South Carolina. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
Can I use Moon?
Yes.
you can.
Oh,
Mooners.
Great. What are we doing?
Cowboy Brazilian in Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh my gosh. Cowboy Brazilian.
I was 50-50, so.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Cowboy Brazilian.
Columbia.
Man, I mean, it's just leaning towards gay bar, but the drummers are drumming, so I'll say steakhouse.
Yes.
That's Tom's a winner.
Winner for Tom.
Outstanding.
Hang on.
There are 2 gay bars in Coeur d'Alene, by the way, and it stops there. That's the top 10. I'm not kidding. There's only 2.
Well, how big is Coeur d'Alene?
Maybe there's not many gay
It's not
people
that-
in Coeur
it's
d'Alene.
not that
It's
big.
not that big. Oh, wait, and these are technically in Spokane. Man, I think I'm right, dude. I don't think there's any in Coeur d'Alene. What's up?
Kurt
Chill.
in Deloge. Good morning, Kurt.
Morning.
Hello,
Hey.
Kurt. Okay, let's play gay bar or steakhouse.
Kurt, Black Rock in Springfield, Vermont. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
Steakhouse.
Yes.
Outstanding, Kurt. Here we go. Mary's on 2nd in Davenport, Iowa. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
Moon.
Show me gay bar.
Yes.
Very good move. Kurt is a winner.
Ain't
a couple more.
Ain't nobody naming a steakhouse Mary's.
Mary's on 2nd.
Oh,
I'm
man.
just saying, this is not
You ever
happening.
been to a hamburger Mary's? Places are awesome.
Is that
Is
a
that
gay
a
bar?
gay bar?
It's a drag bar.
It's a drag bar.
Well, okay.
But I love it.
Point proven. You know what I mean? Mary's Steakhouse.
Mary's
Get on out.
Steakhouse.
Speaking of, Marianne in Fenton.
What's
Good
up,
morning,
Marianne?
Marianne.
All right.
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
Hello.
All right, here we go.
Marianne, Jay's Lounge in Wichita, Kansas. Gay bar or steakhouse?
Gay bar.
Yes.
Very good. Number 2, Stony River in Louisville, Kentucky. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
Steakhouse.
Yes.
Outstanding.
All right, one more. We got to end on a winner. We're going to end on a winner here.
Okay.
Greg in Creve Coeur. Good morning, Greg.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Hey,
Doing well.
We're good,
All right, here
Greg.
we go.
Here we go. Bobby's Place in New Britain, Connecticut. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
Gay bar.
Bobby's
right.
Gay Bar.
Way to go, Greg. Twisted Tree in St. Louis, Missouri. Is that a gay bar or a steakhouse?
Steakhouse.
Yes,
and
it is.
delicious.
Delicious.
Right on, Greg.
Let's end there.
All right.
I just brought up the chat and somebody put, quit asking Moon.
He did. He's doing well. He
I
did
won
great.
2 out of
2 out of
3.
3.
Hey, man, you're batting 500 today. That's good. Or whatever.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. I think
600.
Meatloaf said that.
Don't keep me down.
That's good stuff, guys. Congratulations. A lot of winners today. I think it's time for some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by
Energy Stars Heating and Cooling, preferred partner of Ameren, Illinois, to make your home comfortable and affordable.
Not a great story to start off this news segment. I'm just telling you,
Oh, no.
yeah, 43-year-old guy from Texas killed by electrocution after he tried getting into a jacuzzi at a resort in Mexico.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. There's video, too.
What?
Yeah, Jorge Guillen of El Paso was visiting the Sonoran Sea Resort with Lizette Zambrano on Tuesday. Both electrocuted while inside the hot tub.
Whoa.
A witness tried to get in there to pull him out after finding the couple unresponsive. The witness did not get in after touching the water and going, holy cow, this is electrified.
By the way, the headline of the story that I just looked up, in this case says American dies another critical electrocution in Mexico. So I guess this happened before recently.
Well, have you ever seen anybody get electrocuted? It's not like you hear like zzz.
No, I've never seen that.
It's like silent,
Whoa.
like, especially in water. Like you don't see it. It's not like a cartoon where you see like sparks on top of the water.
Right. It's instant?
Pretty much. Jorge died. Zambrano taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Authorities are investigating to determine the origin of the electrical failure. A representative from the resort said we're terribly devastated by the tragedy that had occurred at the Sonoran Sea Resort recently.
Listen, this isn't some like tiny little thing where he's in a weird jacuzzi that nobody goes in the middle of the night. We're talking on the beach, next to the big, beautiful pool. There's 100 people around. I mean, it is.
It looks like a nice resort.
It's where you would stay in a normal jacuzzi that you'd get in right next to the big pool, right next to the beach.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything shoddy.
No, not at all. This is what everybody. If you've been to Mexico and been to a nice resort, you've been in a jacuzzi like this, just like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell, if you've been to, any water park or water resort, you get into the jacuzzi and it's just like this. Who knows? Something, wires could have gotten wet.
Right.
I don't know. When you're, it's a tragedy.
It's one of those things that you never, ever think about. And then there was a day where my light was out in the pool. And I was like, oh, I'll get down there and I'll fix it. And I started looking up videos and all this stuff. And, and it was like, oh, you just do this. And they made it seem so easy. And then I thought, wait a second. There's 33,000 gallons of water here underwater. I got to go. And there's electricity. What the hell am I supposed to do? And, of course, I came across a video of a guy, some dad, changing his own pool light and killing himself. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool.
Man,
now I'm freaked out about everything.
I am freaked out about electricity, honestly.
Yeah. In my big tub, we got light bulbs in the tub, and I'm like, ooh.
What?
I think when I got, man, I really got zapped. I've said this before. My dad bought an old pinball machine. And you had to open up, it was an old school one. In order to get it working, you got to open up the front where you put the coin slot in and take two wires and kind of touch them together.
Yeah.
And the machine would start up. It would be as if you got a credit.
Right.
Man, I touched both of those wires, and I shot across the basement, like the floor of the basement.
Wow.
I mean, that electricity surging through your body. I mean, it's just, it's something that you don't forget.
I was messing with a bass amp, and I touched something back where the speaker was. So, like, it wasn't like the full, I don't know what it was, but it hit me. And when I opened my eye, like, I felt this full body pain. And when I opened my eyes, it had to be seconds later. I was a few feet from it. Like, I jumped back or something. But, I mean, it, like, turned off your brain.
Yeah.
And it was bad news. Hey, in this video, by the way, here's the, I mean, obviously, the tragedy is that he passed. But there's 40 people around this thing not able to grab him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can't reach in.
They said the one guy tried to get in, but once he touched the water, he goes, oh, boy, this is, because you don't know, they were unresponsive. Wow. So they were in the water, and nobody knew what was going on.
Yeah, but as soon as you halfway figure it out, like that guy, you can't do anything. You stand there.
Yeah, they got the woman. I think it was the woman that started chest compressions on. She wound up living, but the guy died.
That's
very
terrible.
sad.
So sad. Thanks, Rizz.
Sorry. Who feels the need for speed?
Me.
Huh?
Me.
Tom Cruise. Someday soon, that need may have to go unmet. Starting next month, new cars in Europe will be required to come with tech that alerts you if you're speeding. Now, you'll be able to turn the feature off, though.
Okay, good.
So some people want it added to new cars here. So an insurance group did a new poll on it, and surprisingly, it's a popular idea.
Huh?
Like almost 60% of Americans think it would be okay if a feature like that came on at the beginning of every trip to make the road safer and help you avoid a ticket. It jumps to 70% if it would mean your car insurance would cost less.
So you want them to tell on you?
Or here's another idea. What if, as you sped up, your gas pedal got harder and harder to push down?
Oh, my gosh.
So frustrating.
Hey,
this
man,
is ridiculous.
Well, you can tell who's speeding. Just look at their calves. Look at the calves on that guy.
Yeah, I got good calves.
What an a-hole driver.
So I don't waste time.
51% of people would be okay with that idea, too.
These are
What an interesting
dummies.
idea, though. So the faster you go, the harder it is for you to push down the pedal.
Only the strong.
Wow.
Speed.
I'd have to have handles on the side of the car to like grip
push down.
Yeah.
to push down.
Man, Scott's over there crying freedoms. You're the guy in
Dude, I hate
1979
this
that's all
stuff. I
upset.
hate it so bad. It's so annoying.
You're the guy in 1979 that's complaining that he can't have open beers and not wear a seatbelt.
Exactly. I'm a big boy. I don't need mom and dad tell me what to do. I know the decisions.
I know my rights.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're
I
silly
don't need
decisions.
I don't need the babysitter. I'm all right.
Yeah, somebody calls it the Karen odometer.
Your silly,
That's right.
Let you
Your
know.
silly decisions affect me on the highway. My kids are on that highway.
I drive very safely.
The least popular opinion was adding a limiter to prevent your engine from letting you speed at all, like putting a governor on the car.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Which
do
those
that.
already are on like service trucks and all that.
But still, 48% of Americans think, yeah, it's a decent idea.
Hey, I want you guys just, I'll say 4 days. 4 days next week. I want you to just take a stroll on 70, between 270 and the Arch.
Like walk on the highway?
No, in your car. And I want you to go the speed limit. 4 drives. That's all you got to do. 8, technically 8 drives. We'll say 4 this way, 4 this way.
Downtown?
Go ahead and do that, and you tell me that
I
everything
saw
is
some
fine.
incredible drivers.
Yeah,
on
you
there.
go ahead and you tell me that everything is fine and we shouldn't be thinking about more safety measures. You go ahead. It's maybe the most dangerous stretch of just idiotic
Where's the
driving.
70,
Yeah,
70 down by the arch?
70, I'm just saying, from the arch to 270.
Oh, dude, that's wild up
Ju-
there.
It's just the whole stretch. Just 4 days next week. You'll come back sounding like
No, we drove down there
Hallmark.
to the Bush or the Cardinals game the other day and
It's
saw
crazy
some
town.
incredible.
First off, I want to
Crazy
get through that area as quick as I can, so I don't mind the speeding.
I just mean the entire stretch. It's not even an area. It's the whole town.
Yeah.
70. Crazy town.
Yeah, it's a little excessive, but I don't think it because of those folks' decisions. I don't want my stuff taken away. You know, because if you're out in the middle of nowhere, and come on, really?
Well, it's not saying it's going to stop you. It's just saying it's going to beep at you if you
well,
don't
first it's
turn
going
it
to
off.
beep at you.
But it also said it'll contact. They want to contact
It
insurance.
didn't
let
say
them
that.
know.
It said
No,
it
no,
was
they
cheaper.
said if that is on your car, your insurance.
Which it already
Maybe
is, right?
it's like
It's
you
just
know,
like the safe driver thing.
what are certain things to lower your insurance rates? You know, the safe driver thing will
Right.
lower your rates. This, if they put it on your car, would maybe lower your rates. Do you ever go into the office bathroom just to scroll on your phone and avoid work? I hope not. Now, what if they installed these? A popular World Heritage tour site in China. They're in the news for installing timers above the door of each bathroom stall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So if it's like the
and
2-minute marker says pooping.
I mean, there's pictures of it too, and it's not small. I mean, they're big red numbers.
Gary Larson's bathroom is really coming to life here. This is awesome.
They're at the Yungang Grottos, featuring intricate cave art from 1,500 years ago. Now the timer starts when you walk in, so everybody waiting in line can see how long you've been in there.
Oh, that is awesome.
You know what? Your freedoms be damned, King Scott. This is a great idea.
No, I like that, especially on
Stop
airplanes. This will be
screwing around
fun
there.
on airplanes.
Yeah, man. Stop lollygagging.
This is different.
Now, this is China.
Again,
by
this
the
is
way,
about
so
going fast.
Freedom is iffy there anyway.
Yeah.
They claim they're not trying to rush anybody. They say the timers are a new safety feature they added in case somebody has a medical emergency
Right.
and can't call for help. Why don't you just install like a panic button?
Yeah, why do we have to have a timer to show how long I've been pooping in here? And there is no emergency. I just had a lot of Indian food last night, okay?
The idea is if you've been in there 30 minutes, it's safe to assume you're not still using the bathroom.
Oh, I see.
Oh, golly. Yeah.
They said they never kick somebody out for taking too long, and there's no plan to institute a, quote, time limit such as 5 to 10 minutes. But some people think it's weird, and that you would, if there's a timer, you would naturally feel rushed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but they should do like those, you know how you could do the frosted doors where they slowly turn to clear? So it should be like that over time if it's in there. Like it slowly gets more and more visible.
Dude, what do you guys think about paying to go to the bathroom? Because when we were in Paris,
Yeah, I love it.
Big cities usually have that.
so yeah, in Paris you got to pay to use the restroom, and they're not that many of them. There's one like a train stop away from the Eiffel Tower, and it's a
Are those the self-cleaners? The self
yes,
Oh, those would be cool.
self-clean. Now they have some free
they have them in
ones.
San Fran.
Yeah, they have some free ones around town that are self-cleaner, and they're like touchless. So you like wave your hand out here, the door opens, and then you go in, you wave your hand, the door closed. Which, by the way, makes me feel uncomfortable because it's like a auto lock. So I didn't lock it, I didn't
Yeah.
physically lock it, so it's a little weird. It red lights outside, it blue lights you inside to say like you're safe in here. Go ahead and do your thing. You do your thing. It auto flushes. The little sink is right there. There's also a sink on the outside, and then you wave your hand again to open the door, and then it closes before the next person can come in, and it auto self-cleans the whole
Yeah.
thing, supposedly. And
Wow.
it's kind of loud. in
Yeah,
there.
I've seen video of inside it. Like, they have video. You go look online.
What's it? Is it like a car wash or what do they
It
do?
like,
I don't
it
know.
cleans the-
It must clean the seat.
the
Is
seats.
there some machine above it or something? It does,
Oh,
like,
so it's not
the
a full like spray of the whole room.
No, I thought the floor would be wet. It wasn't wet.
Oh,
It wasn't,
okay.
it wasn't anything.
No, it's a good idea.
That was a free one,
That's
and all the
awesome.
other ones you got to pay, a couple euros. And when you don't have coins, like I'm used to, like
Yeah.
paying for card or paying with card for everything, it was really difficult. So we were going around, and then you step in to McDonald's, and it said like restrooms are upstairs. We try to go up there, £2 or €2. Like even all the regular restaurant places charge you to go to the bathroom.
Interesting.
Well, it's because it's such a big darn city.
Yeah.
That
Well,
you
they
got-
want to keep the riffraff.
But that's
out.
like New York City and all that. They always have to do the coins and the.
Or you have to be a paying customer. They give you a code to enter.
Yeah.
I saw a study that says 1 hour and 35 minutes is how much a man spends on a toilet each week. 1 hour,
1 hour
35
and
minutes.
35 minutes.
Compared to a woman, 55 minutes a week.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's the place we could just get away from everybody. It's the office.
Yeah.
Such a fun place to hang out.
I'm really curious.
In my own bathroom, I hang out in my own
When
bathroom.
you hear that time, don't you start trying to think like, man, am I way over that or way
No, I
under
think
that?
that's
Yeah,
about
that's-
right. I think that's right.
we need a
I'm gonna
little
start
timer.
timing.
I like to take my time.
Let's put a little stopwatch next to it.
You hear don't drink and drive a lot. But here's an important tip for the summer. Don't drink and swim. And this is a serious story. According to the CDC, 31% of all drowning deaths involve a blood alcohol level of 0.10 or higher. And that's the equivalent of just 3 or 4 drinks.
Yeah, I never thought about this until I was dumb enough to be in this situation. And I'm not proud to say it. I hate this. I hate this. But we were at a friend's like graduation thing out in Arizona, and safe. Like people are driving us. We're at the hotel, so everybody's in this hot tub, and it's inside. It's like on a peninsula. This cool hot tub on a peninsula of a blue stained lake.
Yeah,
And everybody gets hammered, and you're like, "Oh, jump off the thing and swim to the other side." And I did it, and halfway through, you realize, "Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I can hardly swim. What am I thinking?"
Oh,
and that's what it is.
And then you're stuck there. And then I got out, and I was stained blue, so I looked like a Smurf. I was just a total buffoon.
Well, drinking impairs your judgment. It makes you more likely to take risks. So it's especially dangerous at the beach where there's a current or riptide. But it could cause unwise decisions around a pool, too, like diving where it's too shallow.
Yeah, so dumb.
yeah.
So dumb.
Be careful on boats as well. 27% of deaths involving boats and jet skis also involve a blood alcohol level of 0.10 or higher. Obviously, operating a boat while drunk is a big no-no. You're 14 times more likely to be killed in a boating accident if the person behind the wheel is over the legal limit.
Booze and water do not mix. That's what freaks me out about being on water during holidays, because I know a lot of people are boozing. It's like, dude.
That's why I like
Lake of the
small
Ozarks.
lakes.
Lake of the Ozarks,
If you're boozing
4th of
and
July
driving-
weekend, Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend. Nope, not for me.
Yeah.
Never go out to the main channel.
No, that one is crazy.
And it's not even the traffic. It's just the likelihood of traffic with
Idiots
booze.
who don't know what they're doing, who don't know how to boat, they rent. Idiots go down to the lake, they rent these big, powerful speedboats. They don't know what they're doing. They've been drinking all day. And accidents happen like that.
Yeah, dude.
For sure.
It's so dangerous. Be careful on the water. No, alcohol and water don't mix. Don't do it.
Hey, when a relationship falls apart, a couple has to decide who keeps the house, the car, and the family pet.
Oh, yeah.
So one pet company is stepping in. According to new research from Direct Line Pet Insurance, the last 3 years have seen a 20% rise in demand for pet nups. That's right. Prenuptial agreements involving pets.
I think this is smart.
So to help, Rover.com created I hate that pre-pup. It just sounds cheesy, but created a pre-pup checklist. And this list encourages couples to consider how they would handle the responsibilities of pet ownership if they were to split while caring for an animal.
Man,
This is smart.
it makes sense.
It does make sense.
I had a previous relationship where we got a puppy together, and we broke up, and I wanted to have the dog, and he kept the dog, and it was a mess. And then he ended up actually giving the dog to a family member. He didn't even keep the damn dog, and I still to this day am a little bitter about it. Like,
Ooh, that's brutal.
it really is. And
So
it
he
broke
got
my
to keep the
heart.
dog, and then he gave it away?
Yeah.
What a dick.
Golly.
That's brutal. I know somebody lost a dog in a divorce, and it was devastating.
Yeah,
It
is.
was bad.
So the document is available to download on Rover's website. It asks couples to have a difficult conversation about the future, including splitting the financial responsibilities of pet ownership and deciding who the pet will live with if a breakup happens.
Does that hold up in court? What happens in what happens in a court situation? Like, I mean, Missouri, I'm sure it's a bit more even now, but not that long ago, Missouri was not good to dads. Not good to dads. Like when they went to court, it was just like a automatically side with the gal for the most part when it comes to kid stuff. But what's the standard if there's a pet to be argued over, is there a standard? How does that get
Yeah, I
argued
wonder.
over?
I bet it depends if it's a commercial, like a horse or something like that. I bet it's different.
Well,
let's say a
first of
dog.
all, I think this would hold up in court because you've obviously had the discussion. You put your wishes down on paper. Why wouldn't this hold up?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What they do in court is they have the dog there and they have both
People on different sides of the room.
people on different sides, and we'll see who the dog goes to.
Not
Do
a
they
bad
really?
idea.
No, I
That's
don't
kind
know.
of like
That's a
asking
great
your
idea.
kids, who do you want to live with?
Oh,
That's a
man.
great
Going
idea.
through the divorce.
That's
Not
a
good.
great idea.
That's why I wear peanut butter cologne.
I was going to say, if you go in there, you stuff your pockets with Oscar Mayer.
I don't know how it works out because the dog is technically property.
Yeah.
Like the dog is technically treated as a piece of property.
Man, I want.
That's a wild one.
There has to be a standard. This probably happens every day in divorce court.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Not even in divorce, like in relationships, which is if you are just dating somebody and you're like, oh, we're going to be together forever, and you get an animal together, and then something happens a couple years down the line, like you're screwed.
Yeah,
it's a total fight.
I wonder what the argument is that can put you ahead. Like, I can provide a better
Right.
backyard.
Yeah, I trained the critter.
Well,
Here's pictures of me picking up the poop.
Since dogs are classified as property, a pet that was acquired during the marriage would be subject to Missouri's equitable distribution laws. If the pet was owned by either spouse before the marriage, it would typically be considered separate property and remain with that spouse. Any given court may be persuaded to assign a pet to the owner who will most likely look after it. Factors such as the pet's attachment to each spouse, living arrangements, and overall well-being may be taken into account.
Maybe.
Man.
Wow. So it could be the dog's favorite person might not end up. Oh, that's wild.
Figure out how to cry.
Yep.
The worst.
For divorce cases that go to court for a custody dispute, it's unlikely the judge will consider who took care of the dog or whose side of the bed the dog slept on. I don't know this. I think it's all depending on how the judge is feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
It's almost worse than
That's what I'm saying. Learn how to cry.
Like, at least if you get divorced, you're going to get joint custody most of the time of your kids. Like, they're going to go back and forth and whatever. Not a lot of people do that with their pets. You know, you want to cut the relationship ties. You don't want to share the animal after you've broken up.
You go into court.
Normally.
You go into court with a picture of the dog on a shirt. You say "number one
Right.
dog dad"
Yeah.
hat.
Tattoo.
You have the mug.
the
Number one
paw
dog
print.
dad.
You get a tattoo of the dog.
What? This is my guy.
You get a tattoo of the dog. That's how you show who really cares about
Yeah.
this
The
animal.
dog has a tattoo of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he needs to end up with me.
And
Trustworthy.
finally, for obvious reasons, an airline shouldn't hire based on somebody's attractiveness, but the data says that maybe they should. Because there's a new study out of a university in Turkey which shows that airline passengers believe they get better customer service from hot flight attendants. Flight attendants with, quote, higher levels of attractiveness are more likely to be approached by passengers, which improves their perception of the quality of service, even if it wasn't that good. And passengers were less likely to report bad service from attractive crew members.
So because you engage, they engage, and you don't understand it's because you engaged.
The authors of the study even encourage airlines to hire employees with attractive attributes like, to enhance customer service. And they add, quote, implementing programs and incentives to maintain the attractiveness of flight attendants is essential. This is a new study, not one from the 1960s. By the way, it's worth pointing out that the scope of the study seems small. They used data from 19 men and 18 women who traveled with airlines in Turkey within the last 12 months. So maybe there's something to it. I don't know. But hot flight attendants, all about it.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea though. We see enough ugly people everywhere. Why not just?
Yeah, come on. I don't want to see ugly people in the
Hot take.
sky.
No, we don't see them to sit next to us. Come on.
All right, that's your news. I will take a break. Moon's got your sports. It's 9:23. It is Friday. One final look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Center lane blocked due to a stalled vehicle 70 westbound at 141 now. Point forecast, a muggy start this morning, high of 91. This weekend, oof-ha. 92 Saturday, 99 on Sunday.
This is a swamp ass alert.
Heat index of 104 on Father's Day.
Damn, 104. Nope.
Yeah, keep that in mind. It's 80 right now at the Point Studio.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and Kevin from Candlebox joined. How are you, sir? Great to see you, man. Great to see you. So there is so much to talk about with you, and had the great fortune of being a chat with you a few weeks ago. But there's some things that I wanted to talk that we talked about then that I'd like to talk about again today. 25th anniversary.
Swampy summer St. Louis heat is here. Have you scheduled your air conditioner tune-up yet? When was the last time you changed your air filter? It's been a while. Here is a friendly reminder from my friends at Hoffman Brothers. Now is the time to get that tune-up on the books. Get it scheduled. Don't wait until your AC stops working. Call or text them. 314-664-3011. That's 314-664-3011. Or you could schedule online at hoffmanbros.com. And attention homeowners, are you prepared for unexpected power outages? Hoffman Brothers has the perfect solution for you. Their reliable interlock kit. So when the power goes out, you need a solution that's quick, safe, and cost-effective. An interlock kit from Hoffman Brothers lets you use your portable generator to power your home safely and efficiently. With an interlock kit, you get the peace of mind knowing your essential appliances will keep running during an outage. Imagine keeping your fridge and lights on, all without breaking the bank. Don't wait until that next storm hits. Improve life in your home with Hoffman Brothers Interlock Kit. Their expert team will handle the installation, ensuring your family's safety and comfort. Call today for a free estimate. 314-664-3011 or hoffmanbros.com. Hoffman Brothers is an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer. Okay, so Rafe has our official bucket list.
Yes.
That's right. We've talked about bucket list on here so many times. We thought, and we're getting ready to implement a new. Stay tuned. We have a new contest with punishments coming up, and we thought maybe as a flip side to that, we talk about bucket lists so much that we would, instead of just being in competition with each other, we would also have a series of videos where we actually try to help each other check things off our bucket list, which is a nice thing.
Lifting each other up.
That's right.
To help us check things off our bucket list.
And to soften the blow of the horrible things we're going to do to each other in the other competition.
Yeah, come the fall, which we have a big Rizz Olympics announcement to make come the fall. Yes, let's lift each other up first.
Yes.
Build up, and then we break down.
That's right.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. So yeah, I forgot. Eat at Golden Corral was on my bucket list. We'll check that off next week.
That's right.
Next Monday.
Which, by the way, is it Monday or Tuesday?
I think we changed it back to. Did we change it back to Monday?
I'm gonna murder all of you.
Let me check the calendar.
Tuesday.
Well, no, it was a Moon schedule that was the wacky one.
Yes, it was my schedule. That was the wacky one. It was supposed to be on my gotcha day.
Well, but I thought we were also kind of celebrating Jeff.
Let's see. You know what? Just tell me what to do, guys.
Well, you're the one that's
Tuesday.
You're the one that was the weird schedule.
Well, yes, but remember, I also said, hey, I think that's open if we want to switch it back.
So what day works better for everybody? Next Monday or Tuesday?
I'm open either day.
Well, let's go over, while we're checking schedules, let's go over your bucket list.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a little mini interview of what some of these things are and how they might be accomplished.
Okay, good.
Rizz, I had each member of the cast give at least 12 items they want checked off their bucket list. Now, some of these things are a little pie in the sky. They're going to be hard to achieve.
Right.
Maybe listeners can help. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe sponsors I don't know.
These are all the things that we've all dreamed of doing.
Yes, and some of them are very achievable, and we're going to make it happen.
Okay.
On your birthday, we're going to knock a few off of these, I'm telling you. Number one, on Rizz's bucket list, you want to drop kick someone.
Yes, I was a big fan of the video game Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Yes. Tight.
And
So
you know
you're
what I'm
talking about the full
side
side
drop kick.
chest head area.
Yes. Listen, I'm almost 200 pounds. I ain't getting up to head level.
Chest to abdomen
Never know.
level.
Maybe crotch to
Abdomen.
Where's your solar plexus?
We'll start with that one because I got good news for you on that one. I talked to JP Warhorse, and Wednesday after our program,
Tomorrow
after our program, I'm taking you down to Glory Pros Wrestling School, and they're going to teach you how to drop kick.
How to properly drop kick somebody.
So that when the time comes, you'll be ready. And that time will come soon, my friend. He did say you have to get knee pads and elbow pads.
By tomorrow.
By tomorrow. I don't know how to achieve
Where
that.
the hell? Scott, where do you get your knee pads at?
I buy all mine over at, you can get them at any sporting goods store pretty much.
Okay.
His exact words were, Let's see what he said. Oh, hell, I don't know.
So knee pads.
Where am I going to get knee pads? and
Low.
elbow?
Just swing by. Don't you live close to the Dick's
They have
out
them at
there?
Dick's?
He said proper gym attire, preferably amateur wrestling shoes and Converse and knee and elbow pads. And I said,
Proper wrestling attire.
I said, where the hell do we get knee or
Stretchy
elbow
stuff.
pads by Wednesday? And he said, Dick's Sporting Goods works. Look for volleyball pads or anything that's soft.
Okay, all right.
With
So
a
I have
thick cushion.
I have a Dick's right by the house.
Please show up in some sort of spandex.
Yeah.
Like a singlet?
Yes.
Yeah, you need your underwear on the outside.
yeah.
With the knee pads on the inside of the
What's
spandex.
wrestling attire?
You got to paint your face up.
I don't know, man.
Well, just dress like the Hulkster and you'll be fine.
You gotta
Better
wear a
ask
wig.
somebody in Dick's Sporting Goods. I bet they
Excuse me,
sell.
sir. I'm looking to drop kick somebody
Well,
soon.
just show up in a gi. You want to go double dragon? Go full double dragon,
right.
dude.
Yeah.
I do have a gi.
I was gonna say we both have geese.
There you go. Show up in a gi, like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, with some knee pads on underneath or over. It's funnier if it's on over the gi.
Uh-huh.
So it's like really getting held down. And
Yeah.
so tomorrow, we're getting started on that one tomorrow.
All right.
You're going to learn to drop kick someone thanks to the boys down at Glory Pro.
Oh, thank you. And tomorrow, love Warhorse, and
Yeah, great dude.
so
Your
I'm
dad,
going to train how to drop kick somebody
You're going
properly.
to train how to drop kick someone properly. I'm guessing that will be Warhorse, hopefully not me, but we'll see.
Well, I told the boss that drop kicking somebody was on my bucket list. He goes, "You're not going to drop kick nobody."
Oh.
He goes, "You're not drop kicking nobody, and you're going to get hurt doing it."
What? You'll be fine.
You know what? He's wrong. You're not going to get hurt doing it, and you are going to do it. You're going to do it in a
And I'm
very
going to
public
do it,
venue.
and I'm going to do it the right way.
You are. You're going to have good form, good drop kick. Ideally, what I would like to do, and I'm putting this out there, is I think you should drop kick someone at your birthday bash on stage.
Yep.
Maybe
I would
me.
love to.
What I would like, is there a police department out there that'll loan me one of them dog bite suits?
Yes.
And I'll just get in a full dog bite suit. You can give me a full force drop kick at your birthday.
Fence and Deck celebrating 56 years in business. One of St. Louis's top names in home improvement with quality and professionalism. That's what they put first in every single project they do. If you're looking for a new fence, so when we got Cat the dog, our first dog, we had a yard with no fence. So we called in Chesterfield Fence and Deck because we wanted her running around, safely in the backyard. So we got a beautiful metal fence. And then we got the new deck. So the deck we had on the house when we bought it, it was in disrepair. Listen, the railings were loose. So we wanted a good, safe deck for the family to hang out on. So that's what we did. Chesterfield Fence and Deck. Got that Vecca decking. The cayenne color matches the house perfectly. They got whatever color you need to match your house. Locally owned and operated. They use their own crews and trucks and tools, operate out of their own warehouse and large showroom. They did all the work themselves, including the concrete work. Nothing was outsourced. All the products are guaranteed by a 5-year labor warranty, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. And when you mention the Rizz Show this month, you'll get 48 months interest-free financing on your next outdoor project. Fences, decks, sunrooms, screen rooms, patios, retaining walls, windows. That's Chesterfield Fence and Deck. Online at chesterfieldfence.com. After all, who doesn't want a bigger deck?
Hey, it's Jeff backstage at Wayback Point Fest in freaking living color. Look at those guys. They're right there. Thank you guys for taking the time to do this. Much appreciated. Let's get this out of the way. I have an amazing story about, and I just told
We
this.
got sports here in a moment. So the Battlehawks, our St. Louis Battlehawks, have been eliminated. Eliminated last week. But the UFL championship game is Sunday over at the Dome. So no, we don't have the Battlehawks playing. You know who is playing?
No.
San Antonio Brahmas and the Birmingham something or others.
The Birmingham Stallions, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
So still a good game.
Man, I'm going to be curious as to how many people go to this thing.
Dude, there were what, 33,000 or 30-something thousand?
Yeah, they were
St. Louis
consistently.
fans last week.
In fact, last week was actually the lowest of the season. The playoff game was the lowest attended game of the season.
Was it?
Wonder
really?
why.
Yeah.
What else was going on that? Well, there's a lot of stuff happened that day, right?
It was a late game. Remember, it was a later game.
Oh yeah, late
Was
on
that
Sunday.
Saturday? Oh,
it was on a
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah,
It was late. It was a later Sunday game.
yeah, 6 p.m.
But they were consistently getting 34,000 people in the Dome, which is great.
Yeah.
By far the biggest attendance for any UFL team.
Yeah, most successful across the league, for sure.
But, so you got the championship game on Sunday. You got 2 teams not local. I'm sure the UFL was crossing their fingers that the Battlehawks would get in.
Yeah.
But there are still tickets left. I was just on StubHub to see if I could get tickets, and yes, there
sweet.
are. The lowest ticket price, $4.
Right on.
My gosh.
Man, that's
You get
might
tickets for
price
$4.
me out.
$4 a ticket.
Well, judging by the law of supply and demand.
There's a lot of supply here. Let me see here. So if I want to sit close, I mean, if you want to sit close, if you want to sit on the 50-yard line, $50 for a ticket.
Right
Dang,
on.
that's pretty sweet.
Do you think it will be well attended? Though?
Section
San
140
Antonio.
row, Section 140 row E.
San Antonio.
What do you
Monkeys.
consider well attended for this?
I mean, I don't even know where to start, but I'm
30,000 would be
30
well
do you
attended.
think there's
I
gonna be
thought-
No,
30?
I think 30,000 is a well attended game at the Dome. Figure it would average a Battlehawks game if it's the championships.
Okay, I thought like 10.
Do I think they're going to get 30,000? No.
I think if they get 10, they'll be ecstatic.
Yeah,
No.
10 will be
They'll
incredible.
say I bet you 20,000.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Okay. You want to do a friendly wager?
Why make it friendly?
You want to
That's a
make
good.
you want to make a violent wager?
Okay. Let's go.
Whoever
Let's
loses
choose
gets
violence
tackled.
today.
Yeah, is it closest without going over?
We're choosing violence.
Let's figure
Let's
out the
hear it.
parameters here.
All right. I'm in.
All right.
How much money do I got?
And by the way, I know nothing about
to
this
do money.
other than the Battlehawks smoked everybody as far as attendance, and now they're not going to be in it.
So what's the official listed attendance? We'll do.
Official listed attendance. Okay, so that's what they say
Well, but how?
that tickets. Oh, 'cause
Unless we go down there and count how many people are actually in the Dome, there's no way to verify.
yeah, of course, I know. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying.
Closest.
And here's the thing. So we were hanging out with Brad and Eric at the Cardinals game on Friday,
Yes.
and they were going to they tailgated from 9 a.m. to the game. They went to the game. Both big fans. Eric was talking about how it's fun. You're watching football in St. Louis. It's cool, but it was the fan experience is like none other. Just a party like none other. Did he mean that because it's a Battlehawks thing, or because it's a league thing?
73%. This is the stat I read this morning. 73% of people who go to Battlehawks games are season ticket holders.
Okay, that helps me
Yeah.
in this guessing game.
Okay.
Because I have nothing else to go on. I have no idea. Do San Antonio fans
Travel?
for their sports?
Okay, here we go. Your official guess.
Okay, here we go. I have a very.
Go ahead and you start.
I will say 21,537.
Scott, what's your bet?
Oh boy, I'll say 18,500.
Okay.
Learn you're in on this too?
Yep.
What's your bet?
I'm going to say 15,236.
Not a bad one.
I say. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Official announcement.
Official
I'll
announced
say
numbers.
13,999.
Okay.
Okay,
Dang,
I
not
have $15 cash on me right now. How
Sounds
much are you
good.
guys
Can I
throwing
borrow
at me?
15?
Let's lock on
Yes.
15.
Okay, thank you.
15.
Oh,
This
well,
is-
what do you
I
want?
say
20.
$4?
20?
I only have
$20.
$15 though.
What about the cheapest
I
tickets?
owe you.
4.
Let's say you 50.
20?
Want to do 50? You want
I
to?
would love to do 50.
I'll go
I don't
50.
want to do 50.
No way.
Okay, 30,
I'm out.
35, 35.
20,
going
20.
$4, I'm in.
20.
All right, $20
$20. Come on,
all
guys.
in. You know, it'd be really cool if the UFL called their final game the big game, and they trademarked
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? What is it called? Is there?
UFL championships.
Okay, so they're not a special name yet.
Official Battlehawks UFL big game bet on attendance this weekend. This
Yo,
is the
First
official.
ever UFL championship game. That's
What's
what
the
it is.
trophy look like?
It's not bad looking. It's a silver.
Picture of the Rock.
Yes. All right, we got
It's just a muscle.
Here, will you keep
we
that?
got a couple minutes left. Let's do sports. All right, Moon.
Brendan Donovan, who started in left field and entered Thursday, 7 for 19. That's the .368 batting average in this past 5 games. Connected for a solo home run in the 6th to lift the Cards to a 4-3 lead over the Pirates at Busch Stadium with a 1-run lead to protect Chris Roycroft, who secured the final out of the 6th inning. Matthew Liberatore Liberatore, Ryan Fernandez, Andrew Kittredge all combined to cover the final 3 1/3 innings in the victory. Kittredge's effort to complete a scoreless 9th inning gave him his first save as a Cardinal and his 16th of his career. Cards play the Cubs in Chicago today for a little day baseball.
Oh, day baseball.
At 1:20. The Blues have a succession plan in place. Owner Tom Stillman announced yesterday that former Blues forward Alexander Steen will be the future GM, general manager of the team.
Very cool.
Taking over for current general manager Doug Armstrong following the 25-26 season. Steen signed a 5-year contract with the team to be a special assistant to the GM for 2 years.
Basically training.
Yep, and then take over as GM for the final 3 years of his contract. Armstrong will remain in his current role as GM as president and president of hockey operations for the next 2 years, and then will transition solely to president of hockey operations for the final 3 years on his new 5-year contract.
Very cool.
Armstrong is 59 right now, previously had 2 years remaining on his contract before signing his extension that will keep him a part of the Blues front office in various roles until the 28-29 season. Armstrong has been the team's GM since 2010, serving as the longest tenured GM in club history and the current longest tenured GM in the NHL.
Wow.
Steen is not the only one getting a promotion in the Blues front office, by the way. On the same day they announced their front office succession plan, the Blues announced the promotion of Tim Taylor to assistant general manager from his previous role as director of player personnel. Taylor joins Ryan Miller as the 2 assistant general managers to GM Doug Armstrong. Following their leaders who took them this far in the playoffs and a winning recipe that has worked all season, the Florida Panthers are on the verge of lifting the Stanley Cup. Captain Barkov set up a goal and scored another. Bobrovsky made some of the biggest of his 32 saves to thwart a comeback bid, and the Panthers held on to beat the Edmonton Oilers 4-3 in Game 3 of the Cup Final Thursday night.
What's crazy about this whole thing is I've been watching the Stanley Cup playoffs for the whole time. Every round has been pretty damn exciting, except for the finals.
Yeah, Panthers has been handling them.
We've gone to Game 7s, the past couple rounds. It's been exciting, and now the Stanley Cup finals suck.
And now probably a sweep. They can win the first title franchise in franchise history as soon as Game 4 on Saturday night in Edmonton. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
Yeah, I said attendance was low at that playoff game because that game for the Battlehawks was not included in the season ticket package.
Oh, really? Well, it was televised, and I know that they
good ratings.
Yeah, 6.8% of the entire market.
It was like 30,000 they had in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it had great ratings. All right, we'll take one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up.
Who is Trailer Trash Tammy? What happens when you combine random internet trends into a single video? What is a mukbang? And are we so desperate to be distracted from our own reality that we resorted to binging videos of people shoveling anything edible into their face?
I want to get up every morning. I want to feel my best. I want to be at my best. And fellas, as we get older, listen, our testosterone levels, they go down. We don't feel as sharp as we once did. Well, you could turn the clock back to the man you saw in the mirror 5, 10, even 15 years ago with Mentality. Mentality Health, 2 locations, Chesterfield and in South County. It's testosterone treatment made simple. Book an appointment. Go down there. Get a blood draw. Let's see what's going on inside. Maybe it's your vitamin levels that are deficient. Maybe it's the T. I don't know. Make an appointment. Find out. TRT therapy. Anti-aging peptide therapy is offered if you're having problems in the bedroom. Tadalafil. And weight loss semaglutide. All available at Mentality. And they'll work with your insurance. It's Mentality Health. MentalityHealth.com. MentalityHealth.com. Okay, so Rafe has our official bucket list.
Yes.
That's right. We've talked about bucket list on here so many times. We thought, and we're getting ready to implement a new. Stay tuned. We have a new contest with punishments coming up, and we thought maybe as a flip side to that, we talk about bucket lists so much that we would. Instead of just being in competition with each other, we would also have a series of videos where we actually try to help each other check things off our bucket list, which is a nice thing.
Lifting each other up.
That's right.
To help us check things off our bucket list.
And to soften the blow of the horrible things we're going to do to each other in the other competition.
Yeah, come the fall, which we have a big Rizz Olympics announcement to make come the fall. Yes, let's lift each other up first.
Yes.
Build up, and then we break down.
That's right.
Okay.
So I forgot. Eat at Golden Corral was on my bucket list. We'll check that off next week.
That's right.
Next Monday.
Which, by the way, is it Monday or Tuesday?
I think we changed it back to. Did we change it back to Monday?
I'm gonna murder all of you.
Let me check the calendar.
Tuesday.
Well, no, it was Moon's schedule that was the wacky one.
Yes, it was my schedule. That was the wacky one. It was supposed to be on my gotcha day.
Well, but I thought we were also kind of celebrating Jeff.
Let's see. You know what? Just tell me what to
don't
do,
know.
guys.
Well, you're the one that's
Tuesday.
You're the one that was the weird schedule.
Well, yes, but remember, I also said, hey, I think that's open if we want to switch it back.
Well,
or
so
if we
what
wanna
day
keep
works
it.
better for everybody? Next Monday or Tuesday?
I'm open either day.
Well, let's go over, while we're checking schedules, let's go over your bucket list.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a little mini interview of what some of these things are and how they might be accomplished.
Okay, good.
Rizz, I had each member of the cast give at least 12 items they want checked off their bucket list. Now, some of these things are a little pie in the sky. They're going to be hard to achieve.
Right.
Maybe listeners can help. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe sponsors I don't know.
These
Some of
are
these
all
things-
the things that we've all dreamed of doing.
Yes, and some of them are very achievable, and we're going to make it happen.
Okay.
On your birthday, we're going to knock a few off of these, I'm telling you. Number one, on Rizz's bucket list, you want to drop kick someone.
Yes, I was a big fan of the video game Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Yes. Tight.
And
So
know
you're
what I'm
talking about the full
side
side
drop kick.
chest head area.
Yes. Listen, I'm almost 200 pounds. I ain't getting up to head level.
Chest to abdomen
Never know.
level.
Maybe crotch to.
Abdomen.
Where's your solar plexus?
We'll start with that one because I got good news for you on that one. I talked to JP Warhorse, and Wednesday after our program,
tomorrow
after our program, I'm taking you down to Glory Pros Wrestling School, and they're going to teach you how to drop kick.
How to properly drop kick somebody.
So that when the time comes, you'll be ready. And that time will come soon, my friend. He did say you have to get knee pads and elbow pads.
By tomorrow.
By tomorrow. I don't know how to achieve
Where
that.
the hell? Scott, where do you get your knee pads at?
I buy all mine over at, you can get them at any sporting goods store pretty much.
Okay.
His exact words were, let's see what he said. Hell, I don't know.
So knee pads.
Where am I going to get knee pads?
Low.
And elbow?
Just swing by, don't you live close to the Dick's
They have
out
them at
there?
Dick's?
He said proper gym attire, preferably amateur wrestling shoes and Converse. And
Donor or you're a marketer. And I mentioned digital marketing. Oh boy, there we go. I don't know what that's all about. I've heard of it, digital marketing. But where do I go? Where can I go for help with digital marketing? 2060 Digital. That's our sister company. If you're a business owner or a marketer looking for more ways to reach and engage your customers, this is where 2060 Digital comes in. 12 years of expertise. They specialize in simplifying the complexities of digital marketing. Their team demystifies the process by transforming it from a challenge into a huge opportunity for your business. Whether you're looking to enhance your brand's online presence or do a digital campaign or just increase customer engagement, 2060 Digital will propel your business forward. And if you think your business has room to grow, just let it prove it to you. And it's really simple. Go to 1057thepoint.com, click on the 2060 Digital logo, and let them do a free digital audit on your company. That's right, free. Just fill out some paperwork. It takes 5 minutes. That's 1057thepoint.com, and click on the 2060 Digital logo.
There's a big tour, big show coming to St. Louis, April the 1st over at the Chaffetz Arena. And I am very stoked for the very first time to be chatting with Co Wetzel. Co, you'll be at Chaffetz. It is the Road to El Paso Tour Part 1. And we're playing the song Creeps. And it's really nice to meet you, Co.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having us on. Thank you for jamming the music, dude.
Now, no problem at all. And we got a lot to get to here. But I, as somebody that's kind of new to you and what you do, what was the first music in your life that caught your ear, that made you, that started to like kind of lay the foundation for you being a very passionate music fan?
I would probably have to say Nirvana. I grew up on all kinds of music, and then I found out who Nirvana was in the 8th grade or 7th or 8th grade, and I don't know, man. They kind of grabbed me. Kurt's voice and the way that they put all the music together was unlike anything I'd ever heard, and I was like, oh hell yeah, I got to do this.
And so was it that record? Was it Nevermind and In Utero, whatever, Nirvana in general? So that was the one that was like, all right, I want to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I grew up playing music, but it was always, country
All
and
right.
stuff like
So
yeah.
then on top of that, when did you, oh, sorry to interrupt. I apologize. But so when did you feel like, you know what, I can do music for my life? Like, this is something that I can do. I want to do this. I want to make a living doing this.
Yeah, I think it was more in college. I played and I wrote through high school, played gigs through high school and stuff. But once I got into college, I was like, screw school, I played football for a little bit in school, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it to the NFL. I'm not gonna become a doctor. So why not go get some free beer and make a little money doing it, So
I saw that post I think you made yesterday about your grandma on the Dallas Cowboys. And and I found that to be so funny. So are you a Cowboy fan to this day because of grandma?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like, I think, not even 24 hours after I was born, I was in a Cowboy onesie. So yeah, I'm a day one.
That's so awesome. Cause I remember it was so funny reading that post of yours, because I remember my grandmother also chain smoking what must have been the cheapest cigarettes known to mankind. And then chirping at me about why I even played sports, that I should just be working on my school, and why weren't my grades better? But I could still remember her at her back porch.
A big favor this weekend when you are just sitting around, maybe today, if you're on your lunch hour later, I want you to give my friends over at Alton Toyota a call. I want you to actually ask for Jamie Burkhardt. And this is the direct line, all right? So write this down, please, if you're not driving. 618-539-2288. Say, hey, Lern was on the radio talking about you. Said I should call. You can even prank him. Don't tell him I told you to do that, but I'm down. And he's down too. He's a really fun guy. And he's over at Munganess Burkhardt Alton Toyota in Alton, Illinois. And he's good people, man. If you're somebody who is in the market for a new Toyota, obviously, yes, Alton Toyota is there for you. Or if you just need to get your car serviced, or you want to get it detailed after an oil change and a tire rotation for no additional charge, you can do that too. You can set that up. All right, maybe dad wants that for Father's Day. Maybe you're loaded and you're like, you know what? Dad's always wanted a Toyota Tacoma. Buy it for dad this weekend, all right? Especially that new dad in your life. Alton Toyota is where you can go, altontoyota.com. Also, stlouisacura.com. That's Munganess Acura. Tell them Learn from The Point sent you.
All right, backstage at our big, gigantic ho-ho show with Angels and Airwaves. Mr. Tom DeLong, how are you, man? It's great to see you.
I am good, and I just realized you have a kick-ass camera right there. This is like IMAX level shit you're doing.
We try not to mess around, Tom.
You don't fuck around. This is like real interview. This is like...
The bad part is, though, with that fancy camera, it really pinpoints the ugliness.
Boogers and like...
I mean, anything, man. Like crazy hairs, anything. It really blows it out
You know
of
what's
proportion.
funny about that? I was just walking down the stairs, and Alon, my drummer, goes, wait a second, I was like, one hair was longer, and he went up to my face and we got it out. One hair, and you just mentioned hairs. Dude, that was kind of funny.
You know what the worst part? I don't know how old you are, Tom, but I think we're probably
22.
pretty close. All right, well then we're not. I'm 43.
I'm 44.
All right.
You didn't believe me.
Well, no, I didn't.
Okay,
I knew
God.
we were in the ballpark. Yeah,
fair
no. What bothers me about getting older is how rapidly my ear hair grows.
I've noticed every once in a while, like there'd be like a random hair, and you're like, what the fuck? Where did that shit come from?
I just trimmed this yesterday, and now I can't hear because there's so much stuff
See,
going on.
women think they have it bad because of like childbirth, but no, men have it really, really bad.
I don't
things like that.
Yeah. I don't know that that's the road we go down.
Yeah, no. Right now, there's women over there going, "We will kill you."
Right now. While you sleep. Real quickly, because I know we don't have a ton of time. Tom, when you first, way back in the day, when you first started talking about like the alien stuff, the UFO things, I thought, it's very good, and I'm going to be very honest with you, it's good everybody has a hobby. You know what I'm saying? But I did not necessarily firmly line up with you on a lot of those things.
Sure. Yeah.
Over the years, you have been proven incredibly right about a lot of things, and there's got to be a lot of people like me, and you have to know that. Is there any sense of like sort of vindication in that?
In all seriousness, vindication's not the word I would use. I've been briefed on things that are really scary, unnerving, and frankly, really hard to digest. And I knew that I would take all the arrows and bullets for a few years until all the guys I was working with from these various places like the Department of Defense and the Central Intelligence Agency and so on, I knew that until they could come forward, I would be getting a lot of those rocks thrown at me, and they would think I was crazy or this or that. But
And you're going to go look at some open houses. You're going to sit in bed tonight and scroll through Zillow because you're going to buy a house, build some equity, stop renting, own something. Or maybe you have a dream house you have in mind, and you must have it now. I must make an offer. I don't want to lose this thing. Call Kevin Putney at the 123 Mortgage Team. Let's get that loan approved, the mortgage approved, qualified, you're good to go. Kevin's going to put that loan together that fits your needs. A loan is like a fingerprint. Everybody's going to be different. And somebody may be telling you, oh, my God, interest rates, you can't buy a house now. Oh, yeah, you can. Kevin's going to finesse that loan, and maybe we'll buy the house now and then refinance next year. And he makes the whole process easy and painless. And he's got all sorts of programs. Just check out 123mortgage.com. First buyers programs, down payment assistance programs. Give Kevin Putney a call, 314-862-0123, online at 123mortgage.com. Kevin Putney, equalizing opportunity, all loans subject to underwriting approval, restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3021, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, 123mortgage.com, 314-862-0123.
How are you, good sir? It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, I'm doing well. We're chugging along on this tour, and it feels pretty good.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, all right, how's the knee going, man? Are you doing okay? And I would assume that Josh has done a lot of apologizing since this all went down, but are you doing all right?
Josh is very sorry, and my knee is still kind of oozing liquid, but we'll be fine.
All right. It's very nice, and I appreciate you being a professional about it and all, but that looked like that hurt. And I know those sorts of things have to happen, and you got to play through the pain, but yikes, it just didn't look pleasant.
Yeah, I mean, as the story goes, I tripped on Josh's drumstick that was on stage, and I mean, just very unlucky circumstance, but also a lesson learned where, hey, we got to make sure that stage stays clear. But yeah, my left knee kind of hit part of the stage, and it kind of sliced it open a little bit, not to be too descriptive. But it's I'm not a huge fan of whenever an artist or performer is either maybe they got like a sickness, or they're not feeling well, or they're almost losing their voice, or they're injured. I don't know if unless obviously there's no way around it, but my default is to hide all that on stage. My default is to present the show as like this is the only show we're playing, all year. And I really do feel like we need to individualize each show as that important, because there are people who are coming to that show that see it as that, and so to downplay a specific show, or to play it easy, or to just kind of phone it in. That's my biggest fear. I never want to have to do that. And so even though there's some, we're beaten up a little bit, there's no reason why we can't attack the show as if it's the only show we have all year. So that's the way.
Well, we're so excited to have you guys in town a week from Saturday, so a week from tomorrow. And so Tyler, I'm sure that you get asked favors all the time, but I'm about to ask you one. This came from my daughter. She asked me this last night on the way back from band practice. So my daughter is a freshman in marching band in high school, and she loves it. And I love her doing it. It's so amazing. And tonight is her first halftime performance. But next Saturday is their first band competition. They are scheduled to get back until 8:15. So what I'm hoping, maybe
Home loan savings are in bloom this month at First Community. Now, for starters, they offer an affordable alternative 5-year adjustable rate mortgage with a 30-year term to keep your payments more affordable. And what I love about doing this in the summertime with the rain, with any of that kind of stuff, you can go check out these basements in the house, or you could see the property, see what you think of how it feels there, and if you like it. Is the neighborhood quiet? Is it loud? Are the kids running around and you want a quiet neighborhood? Well, this is the time to check it all out. So go and search for your home this summer, and go to First Community first, though, and get your loan in place so you can have a successful home purchase. And what I love about First Community, I got my home through them, and they walked me through every step of the way. They got all kinds of loans. They have loans for everybody out there. So go to First Community because they really are the best of the best. And also what's amazing about First Community, you can do banking with them 7 days a week because they have some locations of Walmarts that are open 7 days a week. So swing on in there today. Ask them about their home loans. That's First Community. Go to firstcommunity.com.
Hey, it's Lux, and I'm backstage at Point Fest with the Glorious Sons. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
This is your second Point Fest in a row.
Yep.
Not only were you invited once, but you've been invited back again. How has this day shaped up compared to last year?
It was a nice day.
Nice
Good
day?
crowd, great crowd
Great
today.
crowd, yeah.
Good crowd, great
I
crowd.
needed that show today.
Did you?
Yep.
Where
I
were you
didn't.
guys?
Brett didn't,
I could have
but I
just stayed
did.
home and done this. So where were you guys last night?
Oklahoma?
Good, good, good. You know what?
Rocklahoma.
Rocklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big festival.
Yeah.
Did you get to see any cool bands?
No. We stayed in our bus and we left before tornado hit.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, really?
I don't think a tornado
it
actually hit,
didn't
but
hit,
there
but-
was like a
Bad weather?
Yeah,
Just
bad
didn't
weather
wanna
warning.
Get hit by that one.
Never even seen a tornado, so I'm quite scared of them actually. To be
Yeah,
honest.
we have them quite often here in Missouri, but I have heard today's should be okay. So, but also maybe after the show,
Yeah, we'll leave.
leave the Midwest for a little. Leave the Midwest for a little bit. May is not a great month.
Hunker
for
down
us.
in the casino.
Yeah.
Well, I know we talked about this the last time that we chatted. That you guys are hockey fans.
Not really, to be honest. Packer, our drummer, and Jesse, our guitar tech, are major Leafs fans. But I think we've both kind of grown out of it. It gets kind of spoon-fed to you.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, is it being a Canadian? That's like, is that like just a thing that everybody?
Yeah,
you
well,
expect?
it's a huge sport in the country, but I mean, I think there's a lot of people also that get sick of hearing about it.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people.
Oh, darn! Because I was going to say, here in St. Louis, going into the Stanley Cup Finals next
But
week.
you're playing my boys, the Bruins. I'm a Bruins fan.
What?
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
He's not a real hockey
Yes,
fan.
I
though.
am.
He's a
I'm a
he's a
Bruins fan.
fraud.
Is
He's
he
a
lying to
liar.
me?
I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a Bruins fan.
He hasn't
I'm a
didn't
Celtics fan,
What?
even though I don't watch.
he didn't watch one single game
Bullshit.
all year.
Well, hey, I follow you guys on social media, and one of you tweeted out a great moment between the Las Vegas Knights and the San Jose Sharks. Just a nice nut shot, and I thought, oh God, these guys are hockey guys.
That's the extent of my fanship. Is that highlight right there? I love
cool.
that.
I watched it a few times over
Yeah.
last night, like
Yeah, it was
a few times.
brilliant.
It really was. Well,
Art.
this is something I do know about you. You're foodies.
Yeah, Jay
Hey.
is. I kind of follow in Jay's wake on that one.
Oh, yeah?
He's a big foodie.
Have you tried any of the St. Louis local foods the times that you've been here?
You know what? Yes, actually. Last time, I don't know. I can't tell the story actually.
Too bad.
We did go.
Last
out
time I
for,
was in a
like,
bathtub full of toasted rabs. Things got weird.
It involved a vape pen and up my nose, and then I
Oh, man.
blacked out while I was.
Jay's not very good at handling his weed. Neither am I.
I'd smoke a vape pen up my nose, and then. So last time I was here, I was.
That
gonna
must be
like,
the
we went
Canadian
up
way.
this
I'm not.
great
I'm not sure. I'm
so
on
I
that.
got, got completely erased.
Gigantic lightweight, and he decided to smoke it up his nose for a night. And
Yeah. So.
But that's when I mean, you must have loved everything
it was
you
the
ate
best
then,
meal of
right?
my fucking life.
I know.
St. Louis food is so good.
I kind of didn't get a chance to eat that night, so.
Oh no! So you've never tried gooey butter cake or?
I didn't know that was a real thing.
Oh God, it's butter and it's cake. As you
Sounds
can imagine,
pretty
it's
good.
gooey.
Does it taste like bread and butter? by
It
any
tastes
chance?
like sugar, like just pure
Oh.
sugar.
Cool. I mean, I'm in.
You guys had toasted raviolis now?
No.
You've had regular raviolis, right?
Yeah.
Imagine them toasted and dipped like little fried pieces of
Okay,
goodness.
like deep fried.
Yeah, deep fried.
So our drummer, like, he goes to every city and like Googles what the like main
Yeah.
cultural food is, like the Chicago hot dogs.
You need one of those on.
Under June 27th, that's a Thursday, 6 to 8 o'clock. It's our annual Captain Jim's Fireworks Rizz Show Remote. That's right. It's that time of year again. Captain Jim's Fireworks is the #1 family-run stand in the area, serving since 1947. And, of course, Captain Jim offers the best products at the lowest prices. And this year, pricing is going to be even lower. Don't get suckered by those fly-by-night, in and out-of-town tent fireworks places. With the supply chain normalizing, prices have come down across the board on all fireworks. Now, most places will keep their prices up and make record profits, but at Captain Jim's, they're passing the savings on to you. They have a committed staff, salespeople on the floor to help you put together the best show for your budget. Online ordering is back as well. Go over to fireworksstl.com, see the products, see the pricing, even videos of the stuff so you know what you're getting before you buy it. Use code Rizz24 for 10% off. Unless you go there to Captain Jim's, just mention the Rizz Show for 10% off. It's Captain Jim's Fireworks in West Alton, Highway 67, right in the same parking lot as the Dirt Cheap, because blowing stuff up is fun. That's it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Happy Father's Day to you guys.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. We'll see you on Monday. Today's podcast is titled
People were running everywhere.
All right. What else?
Just follow me on the socials at Moon Valjean here. I'm going to be in Denver tomorrow, headlining the Ska Fest with Goldfinger, Less Than Jake, Planet Smashers. Who else?
5 Iron Frenzy.
5 Iron Frenzy.
Yeah.
And like 6 or 7 other bands. Sculpture Park. I know a few people have reached out because we do have a lot of Denver
That's a sweet
weirdos.
show, man.
So make sure you say hi. I'll be there in the afternoon. I got nothing to do except for play and hang out. So if you see me,
right.
let's hang out.
Let's
Maybe I
kick
can
it, man.
bring it backstage.
Let's kick it.
Learn.
Yeah, you can follow me at Lern versus Radio. My band's playing on Sunday at Copper Fire, 2 to 5. Bring your dad out. Or if your dad is dead like mine, come on out.
Okay.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
That's right. Yeah, so
Yes, Scott.
okay, I was going to say celebrate Father's Day by coming out to Busch Stadium tomorrow night, 6 to 9, with the Big Brothers Big Sisters battle at the ballpark, which I get to host. It's going to be incredible. All you got to do is go to bbsemo.org, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Eastern Missouri, and get your tickets right there. But it's awesome. Batting practice,
That's gonna be a fun
pitching, the
event.
whole thing. It's going to be rad.
It's gonna be fun,
So
right?
I can't
All
wait.
We leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz member today, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, hotshotsnet.com. From South Roxana, Illinois, Brian Enlow is our Team Rizz member today. Brian wants to hear this song. Here it is. We will see you on Monday.